We gotta
When
watch
I
it.
started, it's gonna be crazy. So let me take time.
Yeah, if you've seen something like Goblin Slayer or something, Goblin Slayer's first episode starts at 100. Cause the first episode. Wait, you watched it, yeah, right?
Vaguely.
So like the first episode, these like group of people like they're in a party with each other, and they try to go on they try to go to this dungeon, and then basically one of the guys gets killed. One of the girls got raped, and they killed her, and then they raped one of the other girls and brought her back to their nest.
Oh,
And then after like they brought one of the other guys back, I think they eat him or something like that. And then by the time they got there, the girl was like, "Yo, just kill me," because she's like after she got raped, she's like, "Bro, I can't go on living with like knowing that this is what happened to me, that I got raped by a goblin, and like my whole party got killed."
Yeah.
does it take place?
Like when?
Yeah, in the storyline of that anime or whatever.
To be honest, it's like a fairy tale place, so I don't think it's really a specific time. Because it's like in between, because like you have like
It's like futuristic, but not futuristic. At the
Yeah.
time. Okay, cool.
because like people could do magic and then you go and buy armor, and like it's not like the future where people are going out there to like drive like flying cars and stuff, where it's pretty old school like that, but then man's are here doing magic and all that.
Yeah, I think the reason why I stopped watching it because of that first scene when I saw the
Oh,
girl
all
got
that
raped.
stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw that. I was like, yo, this is not for me. Still,
That was the worst part. It gets better.
Yo,
Like,
that turned me off. I'm like, yeah, can't watch this.
yes, it's not like a Devilman Crybaby where it's like at 100 throughout the whole season. But this is like Goblin Slayer starts off like that, but then like there's nothing worse than that. Like there's been scenes where it almost happened again to other people, but then like you're like the hero stuff where.
What if they wanted to be named Demon Slayer, and then these guys just got the name? I'm like, fuck.
Nah, because like the main character is literally all he wants to do is kill goblins.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's what if they wanted to be named? What if the people who made that anime wanted to name it Demon Slayer, but then Demon Slayer was already taken, so they had to name it Goblin Slayer.
No, they would have switched it around, like Slayer of Demons.
I mean, like the storyline is not different. It's just like one is about goblins, the other is about demons.
So see, that's what I'm just saying. In my head, I'm like Goblin Slayer.
Nah, but like
it sounds like the same damn thing.
Nah, it's not, because like there's other
Really?
stuff. There's other stuff out there.
So you just told me
Like
you just told me-
goblins are like the lowest of the rankings of everything, and there's like other stuff above goblins. It's just that this main character just hates goblins because like he just wants to kill every single one of them. So he's trying to like in a way he's like kind of
So there's a different
anti-Semitic.
type of goblin.
Yeah, there's different. Well, no, there's different types of goblins, and there's different types of like monsters, like there's dragons that they have to kill and stuff like that. So like it's not just only goblins are there. It's just that because of this guy's past with goblins, he only tries to kill goblins because he's like, yo,
I'm telling you, it sounds like they want to be named Demon Slayer, bro.
nah, bro, what you
There's other
talking about?
Tanjiro wants to kill all demons. bro.
Yeah, like, this sounds
Nah,
exactly
bro,
the
'cause,
same thing.
Yo, Tanjiro doesn't want to kill anyone. He just wants to live life with him and his family.
No, he's basically a part of a demon slaying. You know, I'm gonna allow it. Whatever. Welcome to episode 24 of the Manzar Mossin podcast. Yeah.
Alive. This is the Kobe
episode.
episode. Yo, shout out to Isaiah for making an appearance for this episode.
Thank you guys for having me here.
No problem, man.
Pleasure.
Yeah, man.
So it was great to have you here. You're like you're actually one of our loyal listeners, yo.
That's
Hey,
what I'm
man.
saying.
Hey,
This guy's
man.
been here since day one.
Yeah,
Loyal
man.
supporter.
It just goes back to our conversations, bro.
Yeah.
Let him know, like, what was the conversation?
Oh no, we have it on the pad. Just stick around and find out.
Don't worry, man. We're about to get you an honorary T-shirt.
Alive?
I.e.
Alive, once we start getting those merchants, guys gonna get the exclusive one. So for
We're gonna
everyone
stitch
that's
your
out
name
there
in it.
listening.
Yo, give me a reaction for that, bro.
Oh yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out for that.
Hold up,
For real.
I gotta find the soundboard for it because I don't know which one it'd be. Oh, there it is. There we go.
Cool, let's get it.
I can't hear it, but yeah.
Well, yo, you refuse to wear headphones.
Nah, I don't want to hear myself talk. So I'm good.
But yo, for people that don't know you, Isaiah, yo, let them know a little bit about you.
Well, those who know me didn't know I go by 2 names.
Mm?
Nova Spades. But, you can follow me on IG as foreverfly_96. And about myself, I'm just trying to get it out here, yo. I'm just out here, really.
You're one of the everyday people trying to make it out here.
Oh, nah, I'm unique, bro.
Yo, why are you talking like that?
I know he's hitting us with the smooth tones right now.
That's what I'm saying. This guy's out here trying to
He's
serenade people.
he's writing in italics.
Yo,
Speaking in italics.
yo, Kelly. You gotta switch it up. Song a lot more alluring. People just want more like that.
Is that gonna be like your thing?
Nah, that's not my thing. It's just getting a character in this moment.
This guy said to introduce himself. He's basically just wearing a tux.
Yeah. Don't kill me.
Yeah, I run blessed though.
But yeah, we're glad to have you here. For episode 24 because last one was our Jordan episode.
Mm-hmm.
You're here for our Kobe episode.
Let's get it.
So
you're gonna be doing a whole bunch of fadeaway jokes for us today, alright?
Nah, not
I'm
really.
joking. I'm fucking with you, man. Now we're out here trying to have fun today. Just
But
honestly,
we're
I'm
balling
like
Kobe though.
yeah, we're all balling. No, not me. I'm not balling like Kobe. I might one day, but I had the mama mentality.
that's what I'm
There you
saying.
go.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
Mamba
Yeah.
Ball like
mentality.
Kobe, bro.
Yeah.
That's what a mentality.
Trying to get that mentality still
Yeah, it starts with the mama mentality, then we could all ball like Kobe, yo.
alive. RIP.
R.I.P. to Kobe.
But yo, let's talk about his old teammate though, because I know you guys been seeing stuff with Kwame Brown.
Oh yeah.
Kwame Brown.
Bro, the
This
man's
guy-
accent, I didn't know that's how he sounded.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a man who watches ball like that, I will say. But that name rings a bell every time you hear it. You know what I mean? It was just funny that, 20 years later, he just came back out of the woodworks and just let everybody have it. Spoke his mind. And at first, I thought it was really funny. I thought it was really funny.
I thought so too.
And then I commemorated him for it.
I still find it funny.
This is so funny, but I commemorate him. He's barking back at everybody because for the longest time, I guess he was just like the butt of being a loser. I guess you know what I mean. He was depicted as yo. You can only be as bad as Kwame Brown type shit. You know what I mean? So,
No, it was kind of more of like if you're like a number one pick, and like if they wanted someone to use as the reference to be like, yo, like who's a bust sells the number one pick, and the worst one was always Kwame Brown.
So yeah, that's what I mean. It's like yo, you can't be as worse as. That's what I mean. Like
I said, but then
I can think about someone worse than Kwame Brown.
well,
I mean,
Anthony
there's plenty.
Bennett.
I was about to say.
Anthony Bennett's number one still.
yeah,
Like so now Bennett's gonna be the new Kwame Brown, so he's gonna be catching it for the next next 50 years.
Right.
But I think Kwame Brown gets roasted a lot because of the fact that he played with Jordan and
And that too.
and Jordan actually had like a high expectation of his teammates.
Yo, Jordan freaking bullied the youth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that little thing that he wrote about like what he went through with Jordan and how like the Wizards or whatever want to trade him and but like he was just supposed to be a piece in this whole trade game, but then what the GM or whatever stopped it and that was bullshit. I don't remember the details, but he came out with like a whole ass like release about what his time was on the team. And at first, you guys mentioned it. At first, I felt bad, but then I realized, like, yo, he's playing with Jordan. And Jordan, as we all saw from the documentary, was not.
That's not with the long time.
Yeah, he's
Bro,
not the
man
nicest
did
nigga.
not like losing, bro.
He did, yeah. Like, if there's and correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't this not after like how long into his career was when he was on the Wizards? Like,
Oh, he got drafted by them. So like from when he was a rookie,
mm.
he's been there.
So like, he had that mentality, like he was already like kind of like in his almost the beginning of his prime, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, for Kwame Brown?
no, for Jordan. Jordan just had that expectation from the jump, you know
Oh
what I
no,
mean?
but Jordan at that time Jordan was like, he was still getting buckets, but he wasn't winning.
But like people knew him as like
yeah.
his work ethic and shit.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is for me, when I had noticed, I'm like, okay, like you're a teammate with Jordan. Like he's a hard head nigga to like work with. So I mean, and this is a young Jordan, so I could imagine like his
Oh
mentality.
no, that was an old Jordan when Kwame Brown played with him.
Really?
Yeah, this is when Jordan already won his 6 championships. And
That's
all
what I just
that.
asked you. You just said that.
Oh,
this is when it started.
I thought you were asking about
No,
Kwame Brown.
no, nigga,
Oh,
I'm talking
okay,
about
okay.
Jordan. That's why I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
When
Jordan.
did he-
Yeah, Jordan was basically like he was done. It was since Twilight years.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why I had to confirm it. And when you told me when he got, I was like, all right,
No,
whatever.
I was talking about Kwame Brown
Nah,
still.
I was already saying like, yo, Jordan already had that mentality from time of what to be expected. Everyone knew what his standard was. So like, you know, Kwame, you know, talking about like what he experienced is like it wasn't nothing to me. Like I was like, oh, okay, like Jordan did his thing from time.
Yeah, but I think at that time people didn't really know, like people outside the NBA didn't really know too much about him being such an asshole to like his teammates.
Really, at that time?
Because remember, it was different than now.
Honestly, I don't know shit about basketball. Still,
because like
I'm
back
talking
then,
on my ass.
because like back then, mans never used to leak as much.
That's facts.
Now it's
It was
like
a code really back.
yeah, it was a bit of a code, but like at the same time, like people just never leak certain information. Now it's like, yo, if there's beef, mans are tweeting it.
Yeah.
You know, like mans are just out there airing out the dirty laundry to everyone, and so many people talk.
Imagine like MJ's practice, like yo, if you have beef with him, man, you have to.
Bro, imagine the stuff that would leak from like those like Bulls practice. MJ punched Steve Kerr in the face.
MJ will make a killing, yo.
Like people are actually fiending off of that stuff,
But yo, Mark Barnes said it the best about Kwame Brown, yo. You can't be mad if Jordan expect greatness from you. Like, let's be real, yo. Like, if Jordan expected, like, if he saw something great in you, who are you to like it all?
yeah. But then what we've learned about Jordan so far is that he sucks at picking talent. You know what I mean? Like, look at the Hornets. The Hornets been poo for like for years. So like, that's kind of why like I'll be like, okay, I hear that where you say, yeah, Jordan is the guy, but then that doesn't mean he knows how to like pick the right guys.
I would say he knows how to pick a winner. It's just that he can't cultivate that winner.
Or like develop them or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
You can
It's like
just motivate someone to a certain point.
Yeah, because it's almost like when people say that when you look at somebody that has greatness and like they'll be doing something and then they'll be like, yo, why can't you do it? I did it. But then it's like, yo, not everyone's built like you. That's why they put you as great. But it's just funny that like the way Kwame Brown's just going ham with everyone. Man went after Steven Jackson. Man went after Matt Barnes. Man went after Stephen A. Smith.
Yo, what I read about Matt Barnes, yo, he got the time, yo. Time and place, yo. You talk shit about this man. He's like, yo, I'm gonna call you out. I can meet you there if you want to box. I want to box too. Like, you know,
Yeah,
make
man.
my
I said,
day.
you want to fight? We'll fight. You want to come on the podcast? We'll talk on the podcast. But he's like, yo, if you're gonna just do social media, I don't want to hear that.
I read him, yo. He's a real guy.
But yo, it's funny though. Like, it's just, yo, the man said he's not staying silent no more. So
But my question is like, how did this whole Kwame Brown situation came to be? Like, you know,
Stephen A. Smith, that rant.
number one top instigator.
Yo, Stephen A. Smith actually started the whole snowball effect of everything for Kwame Brown. Man went ham saying, yo, the man's a bona fide scrub. He can't play. He has small hands.
He said no offense though. In his defense, Stephen A. said no offense.
Imagine a man said no offense and then call you a scrub.
Bro, the
yo.
man said
I'll be
no offense and it
offended.
goes in on me. I'll be like, I feel a type of way.
You have to, but like, you said no offense. It's his job to analyze, bro. He was that nigga from the jump.
He was. But then, like, now Kwame Brown hates his guts, yo.
Bro, everyone hates Stephen A. Smith for like talking shit. Like the whole Ross debacle too is funny too, because like the wife like wrote out and then, you know, he told her like, you know, respectfully, like, yo, your man is still like, you know, not that guy he like wants him to be. So in his eyes, he's like, you know, he expects so much from players that when they don't deliver, he's just like start talking his shit.
Well, yo, it's because I feel like he compares everyone to Jordan. Like it's just
true.
it's funny that like when he even talked about LeBron being number 2, this guy's like how he's like, yo, that's still great, and they're like, nah, LeBron's number 1. Like when he talks to LeBron's people, and they're like, nah, LeBron's number 1. And he's like, nah, he's number 2 because Jordan's number 1, and they're like, bro, what are you talking about? They're like, LeBron's been to this many finals, and he's like, okay, but he lost.
That's facts.
But then they're like, yo, Jordan didn't make it to the finals all those other years.
But he solidified like a good run.
Yeah, like it's just because he's perfect in the finals. That's why.
Do you feel like it? At a certain point, Stephen A. just has to keep playing that character. Like, yo, I only fuck with Jordan. Well, like not just that, just him fuck with, but having that standard.
I don't think so, because like that's just kind of how he grew up,
Yeah, that's also like the most obvious thing, but
yeah, because like Stephen A. grew up in the time where he saw Jordan like go through that dominant time and everything, compared to he's lived through LeBron, but then like he already went through certain things with Jordan, and as they said, Jordan once like had 2 3-peats, like LeBron doesn't have that.
So it's just that
basically it's just within that 8-year period, he's won 6 championships. And like that's kind of what like those guys look at. It's like, well, that's what solidified them to say, yo, he's great, because he within those 8 years, he's 6 out of 8. They're like, yo, LeBron doesn't have that. LeBron been to the finals 10 times, only won 3 times. So I don't know. I don't think those guys are really gonna change their output on it. But Charles Barkley said it the other day. He said if LeBron wins a championship this year, he's like, you can actually start having that conversation about LeBron being number 1.
I don't know, man. I feel a way just taking like takes from a man like Charles Barkley. No offense to Charles Barkley, but like, what does he really like, got to say in like that debate? No one takes him seriously. That's one thing.
I don't know about that, bro. A lot of people take Charles Barkley seriously.
Yeah. I mean,
a lot of people within the sport, I should say.
True.
I wouldn't say like
I challenge all his takes though, because I feel like I don't know, like these older heads too, they don't like half these younger players, like the whole Shaq and like Donovan Mitchell. Like he doesn't like he wants players to be good, but it's like, yo, he's just like, at the end of the day, yo, you're still shit.
Nah, yo, Shaq is different though. Shaq likes to challenge mans though.
I rate Shaq.
Like that's the only reason why Shaq does it. He just does it to challenge mans, because like, yo, man's got to go through some kind of adversity, and he's like, yo, that's how a lot of the older heads like pressed them, and they're like how that just made diamonds out of them. So
that's indeed true.
They're basically just making this like, yo, star players, like separate star players from the regular all-stars. Like you have LeBron. LeBron basically in his prime equals 2 superstars. Like LeBron's probably one of the only people you can be like, yo, he equals 2 superstars.
That's true.
And then you have KD, where she's probably like 1.5 superstar. And stuff like that. So it's like, when you look at it like that, it's like, if you want the top dogs has to take everything, every criticism and all that. So that's just how it is with ball still. It's a always growing sport. And then you got men like Steph Curry just chucking up threes like no tomorrow.
That's facts, man. Like, this man is not human.
Yeah, he's gonna. I was talking about it with somebody, but like, he's gonna be fucking annoying. Well, he's already annoying, but it's gonna be funny when like a lot of these players have to retire, and they're gonna talk about how annoying it was playing in front of this guy. Like every time he touched the ball and he shot it, it's like you had to just accept that it was going in. No matter what you did, it was gonna go in. Like that's kind of scary.
Yeah, it is.
Bro, it's worse. It's worse than Kevin Durant, because at least for Kevin Durant, you'd be like, man's 7 feet. He's shooting over me. But Curry's like, yo, you're chasing the man down and everything. You're running through all these screens.
Yo, he's a fucking mouse.
And then they're forming walls.
And then
shit.
like he gets a little bit of room, chucks it up.
Yeah, that goes in. That very tight window of opportunity. He
takes it.
Yo. 90. It's like a 93% chance it's going in. Like
at this point, I'll say 95.
95, yeah, facts.
The man's actually just chucking it, and you're like, yo, man, I played my heart out. The man just chucks it up and does a dance. I'm just like, wow,
bro. I don't know who he did it against, but I seen this one highlight one time of this guy. He was trying to defend him, and yo, the man took he seen Curry get the ball, and the man just dropped all hope. Because he knew what was gonna happen if he tried to guard him. It's like, yo, there's no point. Like, You gotta leave him open. Like,
And you can't send no bigs after him because as
Man's like, start cooking.
start cooking you.
Man's like, oh, you're gonna put him on me? ISO.
but yo, it don't matter because you know my Grizzlies got them out. So you know he took a stunning after LeBron fucked him up,
That was a good game, by
and
the way,
then
guys.
Grizzlies just finished off the meal. You know.
Yeah, I give your team that still. I give your team a shout. I'll give your team a little shout out for. I'll give them a little applause right there for making the
Don't know.
playoffs because
Memphis.
these guys got knocked out last year from Portland to try and make the playoffs, and you know this year they got Golden State and they knocked them out.
Which makes sense.
They got playoff JV.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's good to see JV back in the playoffs, but it's the Grizzlies are good. Like moving forward, they're gonna be a really good team with Ja, Jaren Jackson. I don't know JV's their future, and they got Dylan Brooks, another Canadian. Shout out to him. But it's a big things.
They're playing Utah, right?
Yeah, this was his Jazz.
Okay, that
That's
should
gonna
be
be.
a-
that's
Yeah,
gonna be a scary
they're
game.
playing today. I don't even know where their game starts actually.
Saying JV is gonna put Gobert in prison, bro. Lock him up.
I hope so. I actually hope so because I want to see JV do some big things.
He's been putting up double, which is kind of like applaudable.
So right now, the game that's on is Philly and Washington. Philly's up by like 6 with like just under 2 minutes left. Damn, this looks like a really good game. And yeah, so your team's playing today, Nick, at 9:30.
Oh, nice.
Until
Yeah.
About to tune in. Still.
So we got bare time before that game starts. But Kwame Brown, bro, all I gotta say, shout out to you for speaking up. But
Yeah. Shout out to you for speaking up,
Speak
man.
your shit, King.
that's what I'm saying. Shout out to you, but at the end of the day, just know that accent's killing me. That accent,
southern accent?
The southern accent is
Why?
killing me. Cause yo, I did not expect this guy to be talking like that.
Say
The man's
word.
country.
I've never watched a Kwame Brown interview.
Yeah, I will say this is like the first I've seen him this much. Like way back in the day, as I said, like it was just like a name I heard. Like, oh, okay, cool.
I've seen his rants.
But yeah, this is the first I've ever like seen or heard from him.
Yeah.
Like ever. So
Where he at? He's in Atlanta, no?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't know anything about him like that.
Yeah,
I just remembered the name just came back like a fucking like deja vu. Like
it came out of
funny,
nowhere.
yeah.
Still, like I
Yeah.
think someone referenced him for something,
I'm like Kwame, bro. Wherever heard
and
that
then
name.
this seems like this guy was like, "Yo, nah, you know what? This is the last straw.
Yeah.
It's
I was
COVID."
fed up, bro.
Man's like, I'm cooking now. But
What's up with America's what? Chicken shortage?
yeah,
They have chicken shortage now?
Didn't they have a gas shortage?
Bruh.
and they got a gas shortage. I think you posted a gas shortage, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
people are like collecting gas in
Yeah.
plastic bag and everything.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
and then they're having it after like a few weeks before you said the thing with the gas shortage. They also had a chicken shortage.
I think the gas one is in regards to the whole political climate in regards of, if you know, you know.
What?
Just free up. All I gotta say is free up Palestine,
Oh yeah, free Palestine
So-
always, bro.
Yeah,
That ceasefire shit don't mean shit.
It don't mean shit. There's fine prints to this shit.
of course there is.
Read the
Right.
fine prints.
But yeah, chicken shortage. That's crazy, man.
that's crazy.
I wonder
Yeah.
what's happening. Is it Popeye stealing all that chicken to prepare for like the craziest?
They're doing the craziest
Sandwich
new
drop.
sandwich.
Bro, it's funny. It hasn't, the start of summer hasn't started and there's a chicken shortage already.
That's crazy. What are niggas gonna do this summer?
They gotta find a new meat
Burgers?
to eat. They eat burgers.
Oh man.
Well, that's only for America though. Like for us, we're blessed.
We're blessed.
But they're saying that because I guess the mass production they've been doing
Yeah.
because of the fact that people has been home, they've been eating more, and they haven't really got a chance to farm as much chickens as they usually do. They're saying they had a shortage. They're having a shortage and everything.
Yo, that's fucked because that's just gonna open up a whole new window for these guys to just start doing this genetically modified shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Start making them chickens start growing even more faster and rapid.
Yeah.
Yo, make the chicks start way back when I was in high school, we used to see these like videos behind the scenes. Like I don't even know why culinary teacher shows this shit, but they show us picture videos of like these chickens like overeating themselves to the point where they couldn't even stand on their feet.
Holy.
Ole.
So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they found a way to start making chicks grow in like 3 weeks.
That'd be mad, bro.
And they're gonna be like super stupid. And like, yo, I remember one time I was in Detroit and we went to a supermarket and I seen these fucking frozen wings. My nigga, they weren't even wings.
Guess it did Aerodactyl baby wings.
Bro, I'm saying, bro, no, the one, yo, a drumstick was like right here to my palm, bro.
Holy.
Like half of like almost my hand.
They definitely injected
And I'm like,
that with
yo,
something.
dude, that's not a chicken. Like, like, what the fuck is this?
Bro, that's why when Americans come here and they see our food, they're like, yo, bro,
Why
this is so little.
Yeah.
And I'll be looking at them like, bro, this is not beer food.
Not just our food looks like, petite.
Damn, this
Our
shit
people also look
expensive.
petite.
Yo,
That's
they
what I'm
look at that
saying.
shit, they're like, this food is expensive and I'm not even getting shit.
Yeah.
Because, yo, I remember back when I was in high school, there was this barber shop I used to get my hair cut at. And there was this American guy. Yo, this guy's big. And the man was like, yo, he went over to the Jamaican spot and he's like, yo, man, I ordered a large oxtail and da-da-da. He's like, yo, this thing's so small. And they're like, yo, that's not enough food? Man's like, nah. He's like, yo, I go to this Jamaican spot in the States. Man's like, yo, the large here is the small down there. I was like, I'm getting my haircut. The only thing going through my head is I'm like, bro, that's mud.
That's mad
Nope.
still.
That's mud. I'm like, what do you mean a small's a large down here?
Bro, they
It's
eat
ridiculous.
crazy, bro. Like, I've seen a Sunday plate, and bro, I'm like, yo, that could feed at least 3 people, bro.
I feel like Wendy's hasn't changed that shit down here. Like when you go to Wendy's and you ask for a drink, like a
Oh, they got their cups are big.
Yeah.
I remember I asked for
fuck
like
with
a
that,
medium cup and they gave me the cup was ridiculously big and they're like, yeah, that's a medium. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
What's a
I
large?
remember one time I had to double take. I remember like the girl gave me that and I was like, oh, I ordered a medium. And she's like, oh, that's a medium.
That is a medium.
And I was like, huh? I'm like, this is a medium? She's like, yeah. I'm like, bro, this is huge. And I even finished the juice,
yeah,
bro.
I didn't even finish it either. I had to throw it out. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, this is too much for me. Yo.
So
Like,
much.
I'm like, this is what American niggas be dealing with? Holy
On a
fuck.
daily basis with that big gulp.
And it's light food, bro. It's like, yo, it's light work for these guys.
I mean, I get it though. Like, it's fucking, it's really, really cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you get so much for so little, bro. When I was in New York, like, I already told man before, like, we went to this one little convenience store, and they sold Arizonas there. Sold them by the 99
Mad
cent.
jug, bro.
Hold up. Man's went look down at the bottom shelf. What? The big jugs for fucking, it was like $3, maybe even less. $2 maybe or some shit, but we got the fucking big jug of fucking Nestea.
Or the 4-liter?
Yeah, I guess more than a liter. You know those fucking orange juice bottles that we have down here, like by Tropicana or whatever.
Yeah.
They look like that, but in like Arizona form, and they
Oh.
were fucking cheap, like $3.
Yo, it blows my mind every time I go over to the States and like just like the juice they have in like variety, yo. Like when I talk about varieties, like bottle shapes and sizes, like yo, I never thought like I lived to see like a jug of fucking Arizona, yo.
Yeah, and it's almost kind of fucking scary because it's like, yo, you guys actually have no limit.
Yeah,
And
there's
that's
no
what-
limit to
and
this
that's
shit,
what makes
yo.
it so like kind of like,
That's the American way.
I guess that's what makes it disgusting almost.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, somebody could just really like overdo themselves with this shit. Like,
And
But, like-
you
but,
know it's
like,
already
the-
sweet.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
like, that's the American way, though. Like, the American way is the fact that, like, you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like, you want the American dream because, like, the whole point of the American dream is to have, like, bare money
no, it's freedom.
and also have bare money.
No, freedom to do anything.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not the money. The money brings the freedom. But
So-
the freedom has, if you have freedom, that means you have money.
So it's like the yin and yang of it.
Nah, it's just straight freedom, bro. That's
Either-
the American dream, bro. Freedom.
That's
Either
the
way.
formula.
People want to do whatever they want. And that's the whole point. So they have no limits on their food size, their drink size. yo, you want to eat yourself to death? Yo, by all means, that's your choice.
Also, I was informed that our diet restrictions is a lot more different than the American.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, from time. Even from that's just been going in from like when I was like in grade 3 or some shit. I'll never forget when these guys were like, yo, we're introducing a new program. We have to eat carrots and all this. I'm like, what the yo?
I remember when they brought that into school. Still,
you remember when
it's
you
with the
bring
food chart and
the
everything.
food cart, and they're like, yo, here's snacks. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no like chips anymore. Straight fruits and vegetables and
Yo,
shit.
I can't lie. The fruit to go is actually pretty nice.
But
Don't sleep on that.
They
Yo.
put like this was, as I said, this is the very beginning.
Oh
so
yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh man, this sucks. But then we start eating something. Yeah, this is good.
Mm-hmm.
And then but that's been from time. Like yeah, our dietary restrictions and shit over here are like it's concerning enough. So these guys hopped on it from time.
Yo,
So,
because they seen it with America,
basically,
and they're like, yo, we're not trying to make those same mistake. Which in a way, it's good for us because it's like there's like certain foods that they have, like even their chicken sandwich is like not the same as the one down here.
Honestly, just for after taking culinary class and seeing like the whole genetically modified shit, like every time I go down to the States and I see like what we have and what they have, I'm like, bro, this shit is so fucking different and like bigger and weird, and it's like it almost doesn't seem natural.
Yeah.
So it's like it kind of just is off putting. Like I can imagine them growing up and that being a norm. Like you live, you buy it, and that's all you've been growing up and eating. But when you go there and then see for yourself and compare to what you had, and you're like, yo, nah, this is nuts.
Yeah.
It could be for me at least it looks nuts, but I can see why it could be appeasing. Like, yo, when you go down to the States and you get like 20 chicken nuggets for like $10 or $5.
Yo, I think when I went to Buffalo, like I think like 5-6 years ago, and like we went to McDonald's and I was like, yo, 20 nuggets for like $5?
Yo,
and I'm like, a combo? I'm like, what?
Yo, the combo gives you like $7, bro. That's it for 20 nuggets.
20 nuggets with like a fries and the big ass drink. I'm like, bro, this is $7? This is crazy.
And the nuggets is looking different too, yo. It's like, yo, what the hell are these guys putting in the food, bro?
Yeah, the nuggets are different, fam. It's crack. Their nuggets actually crack.
Everything in America is crack, bro.
Probably sprinkle
Times
a
two.
little. It's probably
Dang, bro.
sprinkle a little in there.
It's the genetically modifying it, bro.
Yeah. But then, like, they inject them with a little crack too. It's like, all right, we're going to get them hooked on this. But I feel bad for those men in the U.S. All the best for you guys, even though your places are opened up.
Eat your veggies, guys.
A lie? Eat your veggies. Make sure y'all eat your veggies when you're down there. Let's see what else is there on the list.
Seth Rogen is not messing with James Franco.
Yeah.
What?
Damn.
Is it because of that sexual assault?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
No,
What
not
happened?
assault. Harassment? Or
Yeah, the
assault?
sexual allegation.
Yeah,
Like,
What happened?
So I know that James Franco. I don't know the full details of his case, but like all I know is that there's like I think multiple women that are like accusing him of like sexual
He
assault.
definitely did that shit.
You know how those men-
His character already in movies just made me feel like he's too comfortable with some of his roles, yo.
Yeah.
So I believe it.
Damn. So I guess like when I saw that Seth Rogen stepping away from him, I was like, damn, bro.
Because they also have like a on-screen bromance where everyone can be like, okay, I can see where this can be true because like, yo, these guys do it to the point where like your soul on it is like, yo, you could tell these guys are actual friends. Like,
Yeah, like they have multiple movies together.
Yeah.
Like, they share jokes and say this would be funny.
Yeah.
Like, so for him to step away from it, it
It's telling.
speaks.
Yeah, it's a huge thing. So that's kind of why, like, when I was hearing that, I was like, bro, like
Seth Rogen. Now that I see it, Seth Rogen definitely seems to be the type of nigga to be like he knows that his friend is weird, but now that it's been confirmed, it's like, yeah, I definitely.
I got cut this guy.
I definitely was right, and now
Establish
I
that
gotta
boundary.
stop. Yeah, now I gotta establish that boundary. Yeah, but
And you gotta make everyone the public know too, because it's like you don't want to keep going around.
he made it public.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a public
Oh,
thing that
weird.
he said that like he's no longer gonna be associating himself with him anymore.
I mean, good for him. I mean, that's crazy. Like to really take that responsibility and like because they're friends. He could have easily just said like, "Yo, I'm not fucking with you," and
Exactly.
we don't do anything. But making it public and letting people know that like
They're not on that.
he's not on that way. Well, not even just that. He's really shedding the light that he doesn't fuck with what James Franco did and whatever. You know what I mean? But needless to say, I do believe that James Franco did that shit. He definitely did that shit.
Yo, the man being quiet too. I haven't heard.
He's been quiet.
I haven't heard James
because he did that
Franco
shit.
in like how many years has
All I'm
passed,
saying is, if any of y'all niggas got accused for something, you're not barking to the top of your lungs that you didn't do that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know about any of you guys. There's no way I'm getting accused of something and I'm gonna stay quiet and be like, you know what? I'm gonna figure this out.
Yeah, I'll be like,
I'll be on every fucking publication or whatever, trying to fucking be like, are you crazy? Yo, like
nigga, it wasn't me.
It was not me. Y'all niggas got me fucked. I'll be going, like this, and mind, as I said, this is you, like you actually didn't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like people could definitely bullface lie and do that same thing, but all I know is if I know I didn't do that shit and somebody try to set me up and lie, I'm screaming to the roof about how I'm being set
Best
up.
believe I'm doing that.
But yeah, no, he's awfully quiet, so he definitely did that.
He's
shit.
mad quiet. Man's losing some of his friends. I think he lost some. I don't know like the details of his sponsorships, but I'm pretty sure he lost some.
Of course.
And like I know he was supposed to drop a movie, I think last year, and that's just been dead.
Good.
So that's wild.
Right.
Still,
it's just so crazy that like, as time progresses, we're actually gonna see how much more like safer and easier it is to probably just pursue these type of careers, man. Because at what point can anybody try to do some stupid shit in this day and age?
Yeah,
like, you're gonna get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Like, chill. Like, stop the fuckery.
Like, the only way you're not getting caught is if you're getting people to sign like NDAs and and you can legally like go
but
against
even
them.
then, now it's like, you don't even need to sign it, and you could just tell people that like, this guy tried to get me to do this.
That's how rumors start.
Huh?
That's how rumors start.
I guess that's how the rumor starts. But like, and in this day and age, it's like, like, for a nigga to try to, try to like do some weird shit in this time, it's like, you're really you're like really taking that risk.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a crazy risk. Back then it was like you literally can't, like, it's gonna be hard for anybody to believe shit because nobody knows shit. The only way for somebody to know somebody
is if you're in the circle.
Exactly.
And no one's snitching on each other.
Everything's so social that it's like, like, people are gonna be all up in your business. Like,
yeah.
For you to try to go like against that grain is kind of like some psychotic shit. Like, like you really gotta be off your like not in your head to
I guess at that point you just kind of feel like you're untouchable.
No, I feel like not. I can't feel like you're unstoppable. It must feel like, to me at least, I just feel like that somebody doing that shit in this day and age is like, it's fucking. It's just a menace, yo. I don't even have a word for it.
Career suicidal.
Yeah, like like that person actually needs help. Like, Undo P, like something needs to change, some form of therapy or some shit, because like that's crazy to like.
Because now people aren't just gonna take it to be like, yo, this person's dropping like great movies, and we're just gonna allow it because like
it's fucking a great movie.
Yeah, well that's what I'm saying. Like now times change. You know what I mean?
Like yo, fuck a great movie.
Like look at all the people that's like been doing like all that weird stuff, like R. Kelly, Jeffrey S. Well, I don't know if like he fully got cut off because like it wasn't until I guess he was actually gonna get locked up that's when he started getting cut off. But I'm talking about
numbers when the accusations are going crazy. People started going like, when the numbers get piling up, people are like, nah, can't associate. Like only like, I feel like only like his diehard like friends or
like Trump and all that.
Trump.
Yeah, we're like, nah.
The boys.
It's like nah, that's not him.
But everybody else, like, everyone's toppling over. Like, fuck it, I'm not associating with you.
Yeah, because now it's like it doesn't matter if you're at your peak. It's like, yo, if you're doing that kind of stuff, I guess it's more of like people starting to socially say like, hey, we're not cool with that.
Yeah, the Western standard has gone up, bro. Like, and it's a lot more. yeah, like it's for the good, bro. Like you have so much like people who just trying to live their life or whatever, and then you have niggas out here gatekeeping the whole thing, being weird with it. It's like it's like this weird like elitist kind of like mentality. Like nah, like you're only allowed to be in the circle if you got lucky.
Yeah, if you're like over
If
the
you
top talented, or if like you just you got put out for it.
Like nobody's allowed to like really work for it.
Exactly.
Like you gotta have either that raw talent somehow, or just know somebody or some shit,
or do something weird for
or
it.
do something weird. And it's just I don't know. To me, at least, when I look at this type of shit, it's like there's like so many people who like just make crazy ass shit without like the need of like big people like that. You know what I mean? Like imagine if YouTube wasn't a thing. You know, which people would have been. Just struggling probably just to,
Along with all the gatekeepers,
level.
Basically.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, like, YouTube is such a crazy avenue that, like, people have just made so much weird, fucking crazy things from it that it's gotten them to bigger places just because, they had an outlet somewhere else. And, as time progresses, it's like, if you could allow more of these people who have all these talents access to industries where everyone profits and all that bullshit, at least for the people who want to do it, it's like it'd be crazy. But
don't you guys think like there's a discussion going on like where a man be like, what you're doing is wild, but if you messed up, that's all on you. And whenever that one person just takes the bait, it goes like viral. And then everyone started to like distance themselves by association, but it's just part of the whole agreement where like you know what you're doing, but like
like what do you mean?
Like, do you not think like half those people who got named bomb after like the Jeffrey situation, like Oprah and like they call him Obama all this time, you don't think those guys know what's going on all this time?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
like it depends. I guess it depends how much you like hang out with them.
I will say to a certain degree, depending on the person, I can see why they would stay away from not talking because it just opens up a whole new can of worms.
Exactly.
Because everyone has to play like this.
They're gonna say, "Why didn't you do anything to stop it? Why didn't you say anything to him and stuff?"
Or
like
why
that.
are you a part of it?
Yeah. So I guess as Nick said, it's gonna open up a can of worms of like now people are gonna try to start blaming you for stuff.
Exactly, bro.
And it's like, like I'm not trying to tell someone how to live their life.
Exactly. And one man for sure is probably saying like, "Yo, bro, I thought you have this under control, bro. That's all on you."
I feel yeah, like one of them niggas definitely had to have known that shit.
Yep.
Like, why are there kids here? Okay, you know what? I got places to be. This is just gonna be more annoying if people find I can imagine if you're like a high end like important person to some government shit, and then you're just like, bro, what the fuck is dude? If people find this shit out, I'm gonna be like, my whole career is like in jeopardy after this.
Yeah, because people are gonna start questioning like me doing this stuff too.
Yeah,
and you don't know if this guy's gonna start being like, I'm just gonna screw this guy over and pull all these people down with me.
I will say the association thing is to a degree kind of scary, because I swear like niggas like Chris Rock like knew Epstein or whatever.
Yeah.
People knew the man.
You know what?
Like bare people knew this guy.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, like, did everybody like was everybody complacent in this shit, or did some people just see shit and just be like, fuck this? Like,
I think it was definitely that, I definitely think it's that, because it's just like, as you said, it's gonna be a whole can of worms, because it's like now it's if you say something, now you got to be a part of this whole case that's gonna take away from what you're trying to do. And I guess it's just the fact of it's going to be inconvenience. Like, I know some people are going to be like, well, that's like, it shouldn't be like that. But like, it's a huge inconvenience. Like, you're going to be dealing with this case for the next, like, probably like 2 years.
Especially because this nigga is actually one of the most, like,
powerful
ass niggas in the world, like, at the time.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been like, fuck, this guy can fuck up my life. Like, from the document.
Another reason that can factor in the reason they get, name bomb by associate is like these guys probably needed something from like Jeffrey when you think about it, bro.
Oh, 100%.
They needed something. It's like
that connection.
Yeah.
I could probably see this nigga being like a crazy bank of his own.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody knew how the fuck he was making his guap. And I could you know, I could imagine that like he got a lot of his money through like some form of extortion, like blackmailing.
Yeah.
He has money to extort, man.
Because the man has a lot of politicians under his fingers. This guy had like all these like police forces, I think in certain places that he was like always like donating money to and everything.
That's
So
His wife knows a lot.
100% she knows a lot. Well, not his wife, his what's her name, Giselle?
how's she doing? She's still in jail?
I don't even
Being
know.
watched,
Still,
monitored?
I actually don't remember. Last time I heard, I know she was trying to get out because she was scared of getting
Snitching.
COVID.
I heard some shit about there was
Snitching
some.
guys.
Actually, she was snitching too.
Yeah, I heard she was like, like putting in some names or some like, getting prepared to do that shit. I'm about to look it up.
Yeah,
low-key.
see what she's saying because like I don't know. I remember a lot of people are saying that like we have to make sure she stays alive at all costs because
That's
they're
facts,
like
bro. After that big case, bro, I need that follow up.
yeah, because like she's gonna
She's
be
the key.
snitching, and like the funniest thing still to this day is just like how Bill Gates kept like denying that it's like yo I wasn't cool with him like that.
Judge
Yeah, right,
a judge postponed. This was 3 weeks ago. Judge postpones. I can never say her name. Ghislaine.
Giselle,
Giselle. No, it's not Giselle.
it's Giselle.
It says Ghislaine, nigga. What the fuck are you saying Giselle for? Does that look like Giselle?
Miss Maxwell.
Yeah,
just
Miss
call her
Maxwell.
Maxwell then.
Yeah. Well, anyways, they postponed it till fall in light of new charges. So, but then I guess there's a docu series coming out about her shit.
Okay, I'm waiting for that still because I'm just waiting for her to start snitching, bro. Because I wanted to know who else is involved in this.
Gotta know, yo.
Because this is probably gonna be one of the biggest like cases that we're gonna have that people are gonna remember for a long time. Like this is gonna go down to generations and generations, where like mans are gonna be like, "Yo, it doesn't matter how big you are, you act up a certain way, you're going to that same jail."
It's gonna be as big as that.
And-
Prince Harry.
And it's like when you have I guess all those people that you blackmail, eventually it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. So
Retribution.
yeah, bro, are you telling me out of all things to happen, the one time the man gets murked, you're gonna say it was a suicide and the camera doesn't work and his cellmate's not there that one moment? It's
That
like,
one moment, bro.
it's like,
And that's always a narrative, man. Like
As I
when
said,
it-
it's like a trump card, you know. Like mans are like, you know what, this is like the only thing we can do. Like
'Cause
they
he-
knew
'cause
that was like the only play. Because now
he was
say-
gonna start talking.
not even just that. It's just like yo, you know, whoever it was that said that you know that killed him or whatever. It's like yo, you can only use that excuse once. All these coincidences happen at that. So now it's like everyone's looking at like you know this lady now like yo. All right, we're gonna make sure no type of coincidence. You know, people are probably researching who's like watching this lady right now and just seeing how he's yo. Like, I'd be so. It was like a trump card at one time, but now it's like people are watching. So now it's like
man, listen.
they have to find some new creative way for you know to get this lady out of here. It'd be crazy. Watch.
Powerful people have people in place.
Yo, when they said that the judges. You and the husband died.
Oh, they got killed.
Nigga,
yeah.
that was the most Batman shit I ever heard
bro.
of, yo. I'm lying? That's not what
As
happened.
well,
in,
still.
That's not what happened in the Joker movie?
Yeah, that's
killed the
exactly.
judge and
They killed the
shit?
judge. They killed like all these other people.
Yo, dude, if that's not some movie shit, I don't know what is. That shit went over. I feel like that news went over people's head low key. Like
It did.
like
It did. I remember the first time seeing it. I was like, "Wait, hold on." An attempt to kill the judge, but they end up killing the son and the father.
fam, the headline was insane. Like, can you believe that?
Bro, I
Some
saw that
government
and I
official,
questioned it.
somebody's like sent out a hit to go. That's
To go deal with
insane.
that.
That's fucked.
They're like, "Yo, the judge not gonna do nothing. Not gonna take the bribe. Say less."
All right, what have you did? What?
It's like, you think we're playing?
I'm not gonna lie. Like, not to sound fucked up, but like that's some shit I would hear about in like Mexico maybe, like where you hear like cartel did some shit and blah blah. Over here, like in North America and shit, everything seems to be so like finely, you know, like
Like no one,
watched
like
and
like no
big
one, like no
brothered,
one, yeah. So no one's really trying to cross that line.
like
basically.
yo, to cross it, you know, you're gonna get fucked over.
Mhm.
Like
it's gonna be a true war thing.
you know, not even just not like that. Like in
Well,
a
no,
sense,
like when I mean like a war things, I mean like whoever that person is that set the hit is gonna be going to war with the government.
no, not like that. In the sense of like to get away with that type of shit, you gotta be real like hella sneaky with it. It's not like you can just do that and then get away with it.
Mhm.
Like yo,
You gotta be.
you gotta do
leveraging
it, and then like there has to be some way somebody like had a plan to get you in and out.
Yeah,
Whereas like somewhere else, maybe outside of the Western world, you can't just do that. Like you gotta, might as well they'll probably just kill a man one time and then just be like, yo, I'm off this.
Yo, Nick,
Hello?
you know what that reminds me of? Ozark. When you remember when Helen was like when she told the hitman that if he were to like off her, he would give her the courtesy of like letting her know, and like the time came and he just like did it. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
wait, which part? When did that happen in Ozark?
Last season.
The last season, the lady who worked for the cartel, but then like
Oh, the lawyer.
the hitman, yeah,
Mhm.
but the hitman was always with her, and she
I'm trying to
was,
remember the hitman.
it's just some.
Oh, the hitman was the guy that when I guess at the end when she was like when he brought the husband and wife
Mm-hmm.
to the cartel and then the cartel murked the hitman instead,
What?
or was that the lawyer?
The hitman murked the lawyer.
Yeah, you're confused, bro.
I'm confused still. I remember like the most recent season ended where like they thought they were gonna get killed, and then the cartel ended up killing the other person.
Yeah, that's it.
That was the scene.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm thinking the hitman and the
No, the
cartel
hitman
are
killed
different.
the hitman killed the lady in front of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ozark's a good show, bro.
Yeah, that was a really good show.
I
know.
hate it
Why?
because I don't want to go crazy into it, but like all the characters, just the only people I liked on it was the son
And the old man, Buddy.
and the
I was
old
on
guy. Yeah, but he died, so now it's just a kid. He was the smartest one. He was the most logical one. He was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, we could do it this way," and these guys just basically told him, "No, we don't want you getting into it." And it's just like, bro, he was actually helping you guys.
Yeah, the man was helping. I was like, yeah,
But-
I learned how to launder money.
Yo, when the man came through and said that was so funny.
He was the smartest one in my opinion, and he's the most likable character.
He was calm through all,
Marty-
like, everything.
Marty was cheesing me because it's like he was a pushover all the fucking time, and Ruth, she's annoying because she's two-faced all the time. She's
Yeah,
she's always
she's so
going,
feisty.
she's always going to Marty. She's always being like, "Yo, I'm like going to the next person. I hate Marty, but now I'm going back to Marty to help." I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck?" His wife Wendy,
Nah,
she's
Wendy's
annoying.
Cold, yo. Wendy got cold in the end.
she's annoying, but she got cold. But I think that's what cheesed me. It's like, bro, like you kind of like were making things worse, low key. But now you want to be a boss. I read it, but I don't read it.
Did she cheat on Marty too?
Yeah, she did. in the
Yeah,
start.
she did bare shit. She was like she kind of was making his life difficult. And then she's just like, yo. Then Marty was just making trash moves.
Because I remember they were making the move where they're finally gonna get out, and then
Yeah.
Marty messed up.
No. Marty was doing everything right. Then my girl
my
said,
bad.
yo,
Yeah.
why don't we stay in? And Marty's like, what? Like,
The way I saw it too is like,
It was her that messed up.
Marty
Yeah,
was
I
like,
mixed it
yo,
up
we're
still.
just about to get out of this. You're the same one saying like, yo, let's not do this. And now you want to continue? And she was just like, no, we're in too deep now. And he's just like, what? So I'm like, now he's been pushed over. And I'm just like, bro, it happens all the time to everybody who has some form of authority. It happened to the niggas who were in the mob. It happened to the fucking
so true.
Snell people,
Yeah.
the whole cartel. I'm like, yo, this guy's getting bullied by everybody. Like, this guy sucks. And his daughter is annoying.
Yo, the daughter's mad
Annoying,
bro.
She just added more
gosh.
unnecessary problems to everything.
Because yo, this girl thinks that she's sick.
she want to be a grown woman.
That's what I'm saying. And this girl has no plan. She just wants to do things with no plan.
Yeah.
And then the brother's the one that's actually like thinking things out.
As I said, the brother just seemed like the only nigga who wanted to like make the best out of it or get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, he's stacking bread, but then he's like, yo, like my parents need help, so I want to help them launder money. This guy's like, nah, don't help us. I'm like, yo, this show is pathetic. And every time at every fucking season, these guys always find a way to fucking cliffhang the situation.
They do, bro.
I'm like, oh great, now I have to tune in. Like I have to. Like
I have to tune in for season 4 now.
Yeah,
Yo, you
it's
have
such
to.
a shit way to do it because you're like, yo, you wasted so much time watching it, and then all of a sudden, oh, something's about to happen. Boom, cuts off. You're like, what the fuck?
Just when Marty just got soft,
Bro,
like,
you watch the next episode, the situation didn't even last that long. And it ends like right in the top of the episode, and you're like, oh, like that was it? Now you're here watching this whole shit again, and you're like, oh, like what's gonna happen now? At least this is for me. This is for me. I just, every character was cheesing me. I'm like, yo, I've never had a show get me that up, like that emotionally invested in hating characters, yo. Like I watch certain shows, and I'm like, oh, I fuck with that character.
Breaking Bad, I hated Walter's wife. She was mad annoying.
She was annoying. Not like, well, as I said, I'm just saying for me, that show, Ozark, every character just was annoying me.
Way.
Like, I'm like, yo, like, what?
Enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
I like it still. I was gonna say, I like the
show.
suspense of the show.
I like the plot twist in the
That
end.
show
that
is the
stuff.
politically correct version of Breaking Bad.
What makes you say that?
Because it is. Walter White was a chemist who ended up being...
Sorry, correction, science teacher.
He ended up being a fucking... He ended up turning into a villain himself. Like, he was willing to kill a youth. He was willing to... he really ended up killing, like, people in the end. Whereas Marty just playing everything about a book, trying to do this and that, trying to be, like, that nigga, but he's not that nigga.
Yeah, but that's how it is sometimes. You have certain mans that... Because remember, he kind of got tossed in this situation. Because remember, it was his boy that was, like, doing all this stuff.
And that was the same. It was the same with...
And his boy tried to cheat the man, and then the boy ended up getting, like,
Yeah,
it was the same with Walter, bro.
No, Walter got cancer.
Nah, Walter eventually was like, yo, he could have easily left, but he's like, start to see how much money he was making from his shit.
No, but like that's what I'm saying. Walter like went into it, whereas like for Marty, he didn't go into it. Like he was just literally the accountant, and then he would ask his boy like, yo, what's this account? And then his boy would be like, yo, don't worry about it, blah blah blah, just do what you gotta do, and all that. So
well, I'm not trying to compare lifestyles exactly. I'm just saying,
like for the whole thing, I'm just saying it's like I feel like he just got threw into it.
The whole show's politically correct in compared to Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is just more like gruesome and fucking realistic, whereas this shit is like yo, by luck of the draw, like, oh, you happen to be in this situation, you happen to be in this situation, like, oh, this person has this, oh, this person has this, oh, you just so happen to. That's all fucking.
That's what makes you sick.
That's not what makes anything sick. Man's
and you know exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're like, okay, now look, this guy's gonna end up getting snaked. After a few episodes of seeing this guy get snaked, I'm like, yo, this guy's gonna keep getting snaked, no matter what. Until he kills a nigga, he's gonna keep getting snaked. Every time he runs into a situation, he just has to find a way how he's gonna get out of the situation by like
just offing a man.
Yeah. That's it, and I get it. Fair enough. But the way how people are dunning off each other and everything, I'm like, yo, this guy could easily get away with murder. But nobody does. No, his character can't do it, and that's why I don't fuck with the show.
His son will do it though.
His son will do it, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. His son will actually off a man if he needs to, like no hezzy.
The show's boring, man. I hate that show.
But you still tune in.
I'm actually like, as I talk about it more and more, like, I know I'm not gonna watch the new season.
We'll see. I feel like the new season's gonna drop. You're gonna say nah, and then I'm gonna be like, "Yo, man, it's getting better." Blah blah blah.
I don't believe anybody who says they say Ozarks is getting better. You know how much people I've been listening to saying that they're enjoying Ozarks. I'm like, all right, like this is all cap. Because I'd be watching the same shit. And I'm like, nah, this is not it. Ozarks is like,
I'm not gonna say it's one of the top shows I've ever watched, but like, yo, it's a good show just to just to watch. Because I also watch Riverdale that a lot of people hate.
I couldn't keep up with that, yo. That was too much was going in with Riverdale.
Yeah, it's bare going in Riverdale. I finished 100.
Those Archie's Weird Mysteries, bro.
Yo, Archie's Worst Mystery is a great show, but what was the other show? The 100. I
I
hated,
fell off the
bro.
100.
I hated Clark and her mom, bro. They used to cheese me so much. Like I didn't see people mess up so many times in my life.
The 100 was so good, but the problem about it is like they prolong it too long, and it just got boring for me.
They
I was
started
like,
making it weird. Like
yeah,
now,
it's just like, okay, we get it. Like you're like the first civilization like on Earth after this big nuclear explosion, and then we get it.
there's people that's already living there,
Yeah,
and there's like so like I don't know if you're gonna continue watching it.
I'm not.
All right, so I'm just gonna spoil the ending.
Yeah, you can.
So for those that never watched 100, I'm about to spoil the show.
Spoiler alert.
So basically, what ended up happening is, they ended up finding this place where I think it's called it's basically like it's almost like a heaven, and they were saying that everyone else can come except for Clark. So then Clark was like, "Yo, but like I had to do certain things because I had to make people survive." And then they're like, "Nah, you have too much blood on your hands, and you're too switch up." So because like sometimes Clark would be like, "Yo, this doesn't feel right," and then she fucks up everything.
Everything, bro.
So
Jeez, my soul.
so like they're like, "Yo, we're not having that." Like yo, like we seen it too many times that in your past that happened. We're not having that. So everyone else can come, but you have to stay here on Earth.
I fell off when I think they were being recruited into some virtual world where it's like a whole cult in a sense.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, this is bullshit, yo. Too much for me. And like, I saw it through the end. They already overcame the whole crisis, and then like, yo, what happens next? And then some bullshit. It's like, yo, I'm done with this show, yo.
Yeah, that's why I'm happy they finished it. It shouldn't have
So
went.
done with this
It should
show.
have been done. I think 4 seasons,
Yes,
but then they milked out 2 more, and
which
like it's whatever. Like I
was
just want
shit.
to finish it.
it was shit.
Yeah, but I just want to finish it just because I'm like, yo, I already started it. I want to see how this ends. But then I was like, yo, if there's another season after this, I don't think I can continue watching it.
The dedication, I read it.
But when you commit to the show, you might as well finish it. Because it's like at that point, it kind of makes it seem like, yo, what's the point?
Yo, that's
This was a
Boruto, bro.
This was a Netflix show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust Netflix shows anymore.
What's wrong with them?
I just feel like Netflix kind of doesn't have great writers.
Like Love, Death, Robot, that's a Netflix show.
That was good. That was
That
really
only
good.
the first season. I heard the second season wasn't even that hype.
Like I'm on the second season now. I think I'm only on episode 2. But like, yeah, the first season when I saw it had 18 episodes compared to the second season with 8. I was like, ugh. But like
See?
every episode on season 1, I was like, bro, this thing's like crack.
I never said like all their shows are bad. I'm not gonna lie, but most of their shows are trash. And Netflix kind of does this thing where like I noticed they don't even really have. They're not some of their shows aren't even like all originals. Like they just bought out a show from like somewhere else.
Yeah,
And
like that's what they did with Arrested Development.
so yeah, so I don't know. I feel like there's a governing body at Netflix that just sucks at movie selection, at least in Canada.
Yeah, but isn't a lot of the Netflix originals the same across the board?
I'm just saying Netflix. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, because
Well-
I think they make sure it's on all platforms, unless it's like a country that doesn't allow those kind of shows.
The writers are trash, bro. I don't like the Netflix writers.
So wait,
because like it's niggas that get to pitch. They basically pitch their shit to Netflix, and it's like, yo, can you put it on Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're just like, yeah, I guess if it makes sense, we've never heard it before,
Mm-hmm.
and boom, that's how I guess
you
it works.
watch it and it's like, yo, I've seen the same concept somewhere. Just like Love, Dead, and Robot.
It's like Black Mirror.
It's like Black Mirror. It's
Yeah.
like, yo, I get it, but like, it's still
I just
sick.
like that's all cartoons.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Compared to like it being like real people. So it kind of gives you like a different feel to it, and like I guess it also gives you the option of doing more because it's like instead of just doing people, now you have the opportunity of doing animations and making things sick.
Which brings this question for y'all. Do you feel disrespected when someone like use your work as an inspiration and created something out of it, or do you feel like you don't feel no ways about it?
Um, I mean, personally, I don't. I guess it depends on how it's used.
Okay.
Like okay, like for instance, I've been to like a beat battle before
Mm-hmm.
where I'm not gonna say names, but there was the person who was one of the judges. Um, he's a famous like producer, or whatever, and this one guy, he came and showed off the beat, and it was the guy's beat, but it was just made differently, and a lot of people thought it was sick. Like, I mean, me personally, I seen it as like I seen it as an ode to the producer guy. Like, yo, like you're an inspiration to me. Like, yo, look at what I did with your track because, like,
Mm-hmm.
that's how I seen it. But the judge took it as, nah, what the fuck? You
Trying to
can't
jack
take
my
my
style.
shit and then redo it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? And I could see why some people take it that way, because it's like, yo, what the shit that made your shit stand out or whatever, like it's literally like you that made it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, you never know like how your work may have inspired somebody
Yeah.
in some type of way. And I will say, personally, I don't get it. I personally don't think I would get upset because unless it's like like blatantly like a rip off or some shit, then I'll be like, that's my shit. But there's nothing wrong with like using ideas because there's no such thing as an original idea.
Yeah.
There's
Take music for example.
yeah, I mean, music is like the craziest example of it. But it comes down to like little things from like movie directors, people who write, all this bullshit. Like, there's always gonna be something that's inspired you to do something else, right? And it depends on how far you want to take it. Like, some people could be inspired. There's this producer I know who, like, it's like he looks at pictures of cars and shit, and he could make a beat to like
That's
what it
wild.
would feel
That's
like to like this is what this car sound like to me or some shit. Like when I look at it, like, and that's kind of like a unique way of like being inspired by something else and translating
Express
it
Yeah.
and expressing it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, yo, there's people, you can definitely get lost in just only finding inspiration in just one thing, and then eventually just doing that one thing similar to what you've been always inspired by.
Yeah.
And yeah, I could see that being a problem for some people. Some people don't fuck with it because it's like, yo, you work so hard to create whatever it is that made your shit stand out. So why is somebody else, going about reinventing it?
Just making a remix to what you made.
Yeah, like you didn't ask for it. Then especially if the person never really like came to you about like, yo,
I feel that's where where they take it negatively because they felt like the person is obligated to come tell them that. When in reality, it's like,
it's like impossible though. You can't really keep up with it all
exactly, man.
because you never, like, say for instance, you like your shit blows up way across the board. It's like, I mean, like, who are you to really control all of that, right?
Exactly.
Like, yeah, you created it to a degree, but at a certain point, it's gonna get out of control. And, you can only kind of appreciate how far or how much your shit has influenced like a new thing. Like, a lot of people could probably paint the Mona Lisa. Like, there's probably tons of people who could probably paint the Mona Lisa
way better than the original.
way better, if not the exact same way. But it's nothing now because it's like,
it's not the original.
Yeah, it's not the original. It's
already solidified
it's already
itself.
it's already it's already done its job as
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it already solidified itself as like one of the goats. You know what I mean? It's like it's not gonna come back and be like, oh, the remix of the Mona Lisa is is what's being like people are purchasing it for this price because like it's not the original artist or the original idea and stuff like that. But now, for me personally, I kind of don't feel a way about it, mainly just because of this book I read called "Steal Like an Artist."
Yeah, I have that book too.
Yeah, and it's like
Give me a summary of this book. Sounds really interesting.
it's just basic. It's literally like what I think 30 pages, and it's just basically like telling you that like nothing's original, everything came from like something else. Like it's usually like your own way of like interpreting it. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like how Nick said with music. It's like yeah, someone will take like a sample of a song and be like, okay, I'm gonna do my own little thing to it, and then be like, okay, you didn't. But at the end of the day, you didn't come up with the original beat. Like this is what inspired you to do that. And then it's also just taking like a bit of everything and just, as I said, like putting your own spin on it. So it's like from there, it's like I don't feel a way, but then it also depends how they're doing it. Like if it's just like my lines, the dog crossed the street, and then their thing is like the dog walked across the street, then I'll be like, yo, bro, like you barely just changed anything. But if it's like you tell me that like what I did on this, and this inspired you to do this, I'll be like, yo, that's sick.
Oh, what about you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't take it as disrespect. No way. Like I want to see everyone flourish and all that, but it's just that the only way I'll take it as disrespect is if they're like trying to rub it against rub it in my face as like, yo, I did this. I made you look like shit. Like, trying to one up on me, sort of type of thing.
I did this with
that's the only like perspective I'll take it as something bad. Besides that, like I'll be happy. I'll be happy to see like, what I do inspire others to like, go above and beyond. Add their own twist to it.
Facts. As long as like I feel it, yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, as long as they give you that I guess pay homage, I guess
Exactly.
it makes it a lot better because it's like
More genuine.
yeah, it's like it's in a way it's almost like when you gotta do an essay, you gotta do your reference sheet. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like yeah, we understand that this is your thing, but like who inspired you? Because like no one just ever does something and not be inspired by something. Like everyone has to be inspired by something. But yeah, I don't know if you've seen it, but what are your thoughts on Nav being inducted in the Basketball Hall of Fame?
Well, I try not to be biased on this, but
What do you mean? You'll stand your
my ground here.
You'll stand your ground on what you feel like. Don't be trying to be PC.
Oh no, I'm
there.
not trying to be PC or anything. It's like I get what the NBA is trying to do. They're trying to like broaden like the whole categories. That's my interpretation of what they try to accomplish there.
Yeah.
And there's like solid candidates over Nav, and that's my take, guys. Don't come at me, but I feel like there was no need for a fan in the Hockey Hall of Fame, but at the same time, I get why they did it. Like I said, it's to broaden the whole category, but yeah, I guess I'll just leave it as that. Like, how do I feel about it? I was like, it is what it is, but like, prefer Spike Lee, but hey.
Like, it's cool. I guess it's cool that he's there, but honestly, man, I feel like that there should be a different Hall of Fame, if anything.
Because, okay, this is my question.
Like, that's official, like the NBA?
Yeah.
This is my question. If they start doing that, how many more hardcore fans are going to get inducted? There's so much we know off the bat, like, Jack Nicholson, and there's like Spike Lee,
Snoop Dogg,
Snoop,
Spike Lee,
and half those mans are not even at all the games. That's what I'm saying. It's like what is the criteria?
But but I guess the difference
you have to be a normal person.
I guess Nav has been at every game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like most like home.
That's
games.
what it is. He's been at all home games. I swear.
Yeah, but Nav is not the only one who's at a home game. That's how I look at it.
Like the only other person I can think of.
I know a
is
Leaf
Spike
fan
Lee.
out there is cheese. I have my season ticket holder seats.
Yo, shout out to man like Wayne, yeah? Like, seeing the Leafs slapping up the halves. Yo, let's get it, bro.
A lie, the Leafs won last night. Shout out to them.
Yo,
5-1.
We don't power at Montreal, yo.
Oh yeah, yo, you know what's funny? I actually did not take him. We're playing Montreal.
Yeah.
So this is actually a real beef thing.
It's a real beef thing, bro.
So like,
Test of time.
so you saying Montreal people might come true here if we beat them?
Yo, if they come through, I'm out here, bro. I go out there, whenever I go out Montreal, I'm in Toronto sports gear just to piss him off. I just want someone to just, step to me like,
Call you the N-word.
like, not gonna lie, the racism is real out there, but it's just like,
That's what I'm saying. This guy wants a French white man to call him the N-word. Yeah.
You're gonna hear the hard ER with the E with the apostrophe E at the end.
I watch the man like spits at the end of like, you nigger.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
He's so disgusted by the word itself. He spits.
This guy spits on the ground and says, "You goddamn Toronto." That should be a beef thing.
Yo, it's like that out there, bro. They don't like us like that. They don't rate us.
They
like
really
that.
don't par like that, yeah.
Yo, I remember when we went to Montreal a couple years ago.
That was lit, by the way.
And like we're turning up, and these people in Montreal, like the mans in Montreal are cheese, because
we're saucy like that.
Yeah, we came through. They knew we're not Montreal mans.
Because we roll deep too.
That and it's just also the fact where it's like, yo, the way we're moving, we don't move like Montreal.
We don't
mans.
move like Montreal.
Like, I know these guys felt the energy, like, yo, it feels like Toronto energy.
I feel black force.
With an accent E at the end.
Yeah, they felt that energy. They're like, nah. But back to the NAV thing. Honestly, I've been seeing like a lot of Americans get cheese. Even Stephen A. Smith was going in. This guy was like, yo, nah. What do you mean? What's the criteria? Da, 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 da.
Bro, everyone's narrative is like, yo, go do your research here.
But then at the same time, I feel like it also means you have to have like close to courtside seats, because I feel like that would solidify you as like a super fan to be inducted.
I think what actually like got him to that level is like his work. Like he did so much for the community, and like he's our global ambassador, and like
No. Nav's not our global ambassador.
Is he not?
Nah.
No, I'm talking. Oh, word. Say word.
Nah, Drake's only the global ambassador. Like,
say word.
For Nav,
I know Drake is our like ambassador, but I thought like Nav is actually like he plays a role in the NBA. I thought so, but I guess that's not the case.
It's just more of that. Like he's cool with the team. The team lets him do certain things because like he's one of their number one fans. So it's like they're not gonna allow him. Like, I don't think they want to give him that ambassador role because it's like he doesn't have a name like that outside the city.
Bro,
like other than him doing stuff in like, I guess Toronto, maybe in other places in like within Ontario. But I feel like when it comes down to it, where they want someone as a global ambassador, he doesn't fit that. It's just like at the end of the day, they're like, yo, he owns a couple dealerships and cool and all that, but like Drake's a universal name.
Facts.
So, it's best just to have one man fit that role instead of putting two mans in there.
See, I have like at least two arguments why I think like the whole fan inducted in the Hall of Fame is like bullshit, but at the same time like I guess like the NBA is just trying to like evolve.
Drop it. Everything. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean about you have two things?
Okay, what is really the criteria for that award? Why did Nav got that award? That's why I really want to know.
I don't think they really went into too much details, to be honest.
It was vague as hell, yo. It's like everyone's like, oh yeah, like he got the award, and then I'd log on Twitter one day, and then everyone's like, yo, he deserve it, and then Stephen A. Smith is like, he dropped all the like the critical points as to like okay guys, if you're being dead ass about this, what is the criteria? And that brings back that question, which the whole public can't answer to this day. They're like, oh, he did this for the community. He brought like he funded like so many games and like all that stuff, which I rate Nav for. Like a lot of people got put on through him, but it's like is that how we doing things? Like in terms of how we have word.
I guess so. I guess later they're gonna give us more of a breakdown on like what the criteria is, and once they explain that, I guess we'll go from there. But for now, shout out to Nav.
Yeah,
give this guy like a round of applause. Give this guy the reggae horn too.
This guy's about to get the key to the city next, bro.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Most def.
But staying in the city, we also want to make a shout out to Drake.
Shout out to Drezy.
I know you guys seen that the man got that artist of the decade.
I read it, bro.
Yeah, what is the BBMAs? because I actually don't even know what that is actually. Because I seen it and I was like, oh, this guy got artist of the decade, big things, but I didn't really go too much in depth to be like, oh yeah, let me find out like how significant these people are for the BB. What is it? BBMAS.
Billboard Music Award.
Oh, that's the Billboard Music Award.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So never mind then. I didn't know that's what it stood for.
Yeah, Billboard.
But okay, never mind. That's a big thing then, yo. So let me give this guy another reggae horn for that, yo.
Big up Drizzy.
But do you feel like that he's a deserving artist for that, or do you guys think there's someone else should have gotten it?
Before I can answer that question, I gotta think. But at the same time, I don't have to think because, like, the man,
I was trying to say yes.
the reason why I'm thinking is because, like, I don't want to sound like a bandwagon or a yes man and just be like, oh yeah, Drake deserve it. But at the same time, that's
the nigga
like,
mentality. That's actually the nigga. Yeah, that's almost like Riley from when the man's like, yo, I'm happy to see who's Thugnificent, but I ain't trying to dick right.
It's like that, It's like, all love for Drake, but like, I just can't think about anyone like standing close to him in terms of like,
That's what I was trying to think too. That's why I've been so quiet. I was really trying to think. Like,
I was really thinking about this shit critically.
Who else can match up to him over a decade? Like, maybe Kanye.
Kanye's still
in the last decade, though.
Yeah, in the last decade.
But are we talking about music or business?
Just music.
Just music. Okay.
Like Billboard's like the last 10 years. So I guess starting from 2020 till 2010.
Yeah, and Kanye is almost.
Never mind. Take that back. Away, still, bro. When did My Twisted Dark Fantasy drop?
2011.
My Twisted Dark.
Because that can change a lot of stuff. Like with everything.
Definitely wasn't before 2009. It dropped in high school for us.
Yeah,
it's 2011 or 2010.
Hold
2010.
2010. So,
yeah, November 22nd, 2010.
Ooh, so the man literally just made the cut for the decade.
Bro, that album came out and I was like, oh, okay, this is crazy. And then he just went crazy after that. Then he dropped the Throne, Watch the Throne album.
Mm-hmm.
Then what?
Drop Yeezus.
Yeah, the Yeezus tape was nuts. And then the Pablo tape. Yeah. And then he's been all right ever since then, in my opinion. I feel like he's garnered. And then, if we're going to add it, like, I want to say maybe even the Yeezy shit probably even, like, helped him out a whole lot.
Yeah, but if it's just music, and now if we're
just music, well, okay, even just music-wise, he did a lot of shit with his other artists before he kind of, like, left. Not leave.
But I don't think they're talking about like what he's done with artists. Like I think it's just his
I'm just talking about
solo.
Like feature wise and everything.
Yeah.
Like he's been around. I'm just saying like he's been working with like his artists and other shit. Like he's had like a good year. But what I'm trying to say is I couldn't think of anybody who had a better year than Drake.
Or
like,
you mean decade?
Yeah, and the decade. Like Kanye kind of just is like the only person I could see that's like running up next, but nobody else I could see.
Because Drake gave us, he did Views, which a lot of people, like a lot of American people love. He also dropped What a Time to Be Alive. He also dropped.
He dropped a shit ton of singles and re-dropped shit, and
he has
a whole bunch of albums that equate to all
Nothing
that.
Nothing was
shit.
the same.
So, I'm not surprised that he had that award because everything that we've seen Drake drop has always been like
top of the charts.
Top, yeah, exactly. Like that 3-pack that he dropped or whatever. Yo, all three of those fucking tracks ended up on the Billboard in order.
Yeah.
As soon as that album dropped. Name me another artist who's that wavy. Like that's crazy. So
yeah, and so it's not like that he just drops music like once a week or once every couple of years. Like Drake's dropping music every year. Every year he's dropping something.
And complete inside missions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's a crazy
the man's
thing.
helping everyone out. That's why I have so much respect for Drake.
I understand why he's the artist of the decade. Like it's not something I'm arguing, But I just want to know if you guys had like an artist like that you could think of that would be like, yeah, we'll give that. We'll give that to them instead of Drake, because like as a Cole fan, Cole hasn't been consistent in the decade. Kendrick doesn't drop enough. Who else is there? Uzi came out later in the decade.
He did.
What about Future?
Future's
Future's not for everyone. Like Future's not putting up Drake numbers though.
That's facts.
Like for us, that's in the hip hop community, and I feel like some of the people that bump it outside of it, they know Future, but like I don't think Future is as universal.
He's not. That's why I said only like. That's why I think, like thinking about it, Uzi probably is low key up there, but not as. I don't think he had like the craziest decade. Like he just
maybe like the second half of the decade.
Maybe I'm just not enough of a Uzi fan to know all this, to know that exactly, but I know he has a crazy fan base.
He does.
100%.
Like, I felt like he's...
Playboy also.
No. Dare I say, he's not even there either.
I know he's not up there, but he has a crazy fan base.
No. I don't think he has a loyal fan base, but he doesn't have a crazy one.
Okay, that's arguably true.
He has a loyal fan base where like he could drop shit, and I mean, a lot of people didn't like the whole I Read shit for some reason because they're not listening. But
it took me a while to.
Oh
yeah.
I
took back what I said when I said the album was shit.
This guy said he's finally listening.
Oh, I did actually listen to it. It was different.
Yo, you just gotta open up the lyrics when you're listening to it.
Yeah, you have to feel it. That's the thing.
You have to feel it.
With Playboy Cardi, you have to feel what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
And like I took in like Control. Was it Control? He's vented about like Iggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nigel actually like told me that, and then it's like it's crazy. After I listened, it's like that's crazy.
That's what I told that. Yo, I told.
Yo, someone's putting someone's on. So shout out to whoever put Nigel on. He put me on. Educate me on that.
I didn't even know that track was about Iggy. Still,
bro, man, I told you, man, we weren't listening to the album, bro. When I was listening to it. When I listened to it, I was like, yo, this is probably the most lyrical album that we've gotten from him in ever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of weird to say, but like if you've listened to his projects and shit, like he's actually talking this time, not just like saying shit.
So when you talk about somebody like Cardi, do you look at him as like top artist in the game?
No.
Or do you just listen to, or do you just listen to him just more of like you just like what he talks about?
You just like him as an artist.
He's an artist you listen to and you get excited, if that makes sense. Like he just have a way of making like song like bop. Like you listen to a Cardi song, it's like yo, you just want to like your head bop. You want to
just vibe out, like rave music and stuff like that, or mosh pit music.
He was making a lot of mosh pit music for a minute, and then
especially TNX, yo, that's like my favorite track.
Over time, it's just you gotta.
TNX, yo.
You kind of either don't grow as an artist or you just keep your loyal fan base. Really,
I guess he's just trying to grow as an artist now.
Yeah, I will say we had this discussion from time, but man, like I think it's just in his it's just the natural Atlanta rapper thing to do is just always be doing some next shit. So
speaking of next shit, what artist would you guys say been around in the most like critical transition in like the music industry? So like the whole transition from like hip hop has evolved into like there's trap music now. Who would you say been around the longest to try all those like
all different like styles of rap?
Yeah.
Wayne, maybe.
Yeah, Wayne, 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz?
I feel like 2 Chainz had such a huge brand, like a rebrand, when he was just Titty Boy.
But then he said ranges of different shit.
Yeah, like touched every bit of like hip hop / rap.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I heard like different shit like rock or jazz or some shit. But
That too.
Oh, okay.
That
never
can
mind.
also be a factor in that question.
Okay, so yeah, it might be Wayne then, because Wayne made a whole rock album, and
yeah, when did
Young
the
Thug
Rock-
did the same too.
Yeah, I was gonna say Thug.
yeah, I feel like Thug's just going down that whole Wayne, like that whole Lil Wayne, what's it called, blueprint.
I want to say a bit of Tyler, but not really. Yeah, actually no, Tyler too.
Yeah, Tyler's also creating like a alternative.
He's more
genre.
funk
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Danny Brown, low key, was also
that's a good one, Nick.
he was doing like some rock shit with his shit early on.
Yeah, I was gonna say Gambino was kind of the same like that too. Like his sound before, like what he is now, used to be very weird. Like it was just very like, I guess, EDM mixed with a bit of rock. It was just kind of weird. Like I wasn't a huge fan of it, but it wasn't until when he switched up and I was like, all right, I mess with this still.
I can't think too many artists off the top of my head.
There's not a lot, bro. Not a lot.
No, there's
guys are
definitely a
personal.
lot. It's just I'm trying to think who else.
Even
the-
Lil Nas X, you can even throw in there with the country music and the rap and all that
Cross
stuff.
genre.
Yeah,
I should even say cross genre because like hip hop did stem from like rock itself. Oh, not country though. Okay, country and rock is different.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of artists, but like those are the only ones that come to mind for that. But yeah, I guess the last thing I want to talk about about the city is we're not having a summer down here.
Yeah,
You know?
seems like they're trying to bore us again.
We have there's no banner this year. 2 years in a row.
Jeez.
No exhibition place. What else is there? That Taste of Danforth.
Nah, wait, running back to the CNE, I still think it's so wild and funny.
Wait, what?
No, the whole CNE not having like enough funds to keep it like running, bro. That's still like I can't fathom that, bro.
Yeah, how did they not have money? That shit is mad expensive.
That's what I'm saying.
And you're charging man's beer and like the food is
The
like
premium.
Bro,
the
you
damn
tell me you don't
tickets
have
to ride
guap,
some
bro.
Stupid ass rides too. Rides weren't even that sick, bro. That place was just the ultimate date destination. That was it.
That's what it was. Because like now, like I guess now in the social media age we're living in, all these things just want to take photos and be like, yo, I was brought to the CNE and I got this and this and this. And I ate this. Trying to post it on their story and everything.
Yo, that was a flex though.
That was a flex. But now they're saying they can't afford it no more. And it's like, I feel like when they do bring it back, or if they bring it back, they're going to be like, yo, we have to bump up the prices because, COVID has shut down. So we got to make the money back.
That's what I feel is going to happen. I feel like they actually do have the guap, but they're just going to save it because it doesn't make sense to even invest or do whatever. So, I mean, it's better, obviously, but I feel like they're not losing any money. They probably
100%.
have the money saved up, and then when shit comes back to normal, double up the price so they could just stack more guap again.
Because you already know everyone's gonna go.
Lock off youth night because we know what happened when they have free under what.
There's gonna be no more. There's gonna be no more.
Yo, COVID really messed us up because we had no money to collect throughout this whole time. Like, nigga, what you mean you had no money to collect? What you guys doing half of the year before summer comes even? Like,
what was the age for that? It's like up to 12 years old, right?
Something like that. I remember one time.
So they're probably gonna drop that down to like five or six. It's like if you're above 6,
if your baby can walk, if your baby can stand, nah, not going in for no free sitting.
Remember when they had that and like there was like a brawl or some shit, bro. They had to lock.
Is your
shit
baby able-bodied? Your baby use its legs?
You say yep.
Nope.
But CNE, I know it's gonna be popping once it opens back up because everyone's touching. You already know everyone's gonna be like, "Yo, I gotta go." Especially, I think after COVID, I think everyone's gonna be like going to all these places now just because it's like they felt like how it feels to not be able to go, and I don't think they want to be like, "Yo, I've never been there before."
Good luck with all that.
See, the
that
thing
place
about
gonna be
that
so
too-
pack up.
The thing is like they're gonna reopen like clubs and all that stuff, but I feel it won't be the same. That's why, like, if I were to
Worse,
like,
Bro,
Too
go back,
too much just happened.
if
Yo,
I were
the
to go
only-
back into clubbing, bro, I'm going to the States, yo, because
only-
like it's like they never close, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
The only people who are gonna go to a club when this shit is all said and done are the niggas who had no lives and that's all they did.
Mm-hmm.
The people who were like don't give a fuck about that real shit anyways, and maybe some people who just want to see what it's like again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's gonna boil down. I don't care what nobody says. This whole shit got everyone so fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
That it's like
Yo,
some people are not even willing to like dap people anymore.
Bro,
Like,
the shit got me so fucked up too. I was watching like Grownish and like, you know, I just saw like man's like in Ubers and shit. It's like, yo, man's not wearing a mask. See if you were playing cake, it's like, That's kind of like, you know.
No,
Bro, I haven't been
I
sticking-
still think that that clubs will still do their thing though, because like
Nah.
people always want somewhere to dance.
Yeah.
I feel like, but I just don't think it's gonna be as packed as it usually is.
That's
Like,
what
it's
I
not
just
gonna be
said.
ran.
Like that shit's it's still gonna go on, but it's gonna die down. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
as what it was. It's gonna have a crazy spike in the beginning, and it's gonna go down. Like it's only gonna be reliant off of getting like names down there, like like promoting it for real. Like yo, I got this person down here.
Oh, so you feel like it's gonna kind of be more for clubs to actually do more work to be like,
clubs
okay,
are gonna have to do a shit ton of more work to entice people to come back. Everyone is so disgusted by COVID, low key.
because like before, I guess like with clubs it was like it doesn't matter. All you need is a space, liquor, and loud music.
That's exactly it.
But now it's
everyone's-
like you actually have
everyone's
to
seeing
be-
how they're not getting sick as often. Like, bro, I haven't been sick in almost like 2 years now, and it's
Bro,
like
facts, bro.
you just start I'm like starting to realize. I'm like, bro, well, I already knew I don't get sick like just on my own, but like it confirmed with me that like yo, there's some sick ass people out here.
Yeah,
yo.
people
Like,
don't wash their hands and
People
things,
don't wash
bro.
their hands. People don't do shit. Like, I thought I compared how often I'll be going out, and then I kind of thought about how much shit my hands probably touch. How much times I probably didn't even like sanitize my hand after or whatever. You know, you probably rub your eye by accident,
Boy.
scratch your mouth. Like, who knows? And now that all that's kind of cut off and you're always at the same places where you're always going to keep going. Like, I only revolve from here to my house, maybe to somewhere else, maybe. But, like, the settings and people aren't really changing that much for me to be fully concerned.
It's like the same people basically every day or
I'm
every
so
week.
locked in just doing the same routine that it's like, yo, nothing's out of order. Whereas in the big, you know, when shit was normal, anything could have happened.
There's
Like,
a lot of distractions. You're doing a lot of detours and stuff like that.
like
yes.
fam, I remember
Facts,
one.
a detour? Holy.
Yeah, because you be going to places where you're like, yo, honestly, I don't really need to go, but I just want to go.
You wanted to go.
But now it's like you don't have the option. You're like, yo, I got no distractions.
And the worst part about it too is like, bro, sometimes I can't even believe I used to be in the vicinity of somebody that used to be like, man, I'm sick. Like, that's got me fucked up, bro. Cause
No,
I'm
you
like,
look at that, it's like, yo, nigga, get
and I'm
away
like,
from
yo,
me.
wait, you're sick? Get the fuck out of here! Like, what the fuck are you even sick in your like? You're here
That's
today,
what I'm
like,
saying.
You knew better. Get away from me. man.
yeah, dude. Cause now in my head it's like, yo, somebody tell you they're sick. It's like, huh? COVID? Like another strain maybe? Like,
Yeah.
Bro, you
This
could
shit
be
isn't
coughing
figured-
anywhere. Man's giving you that side eye. It's like, yo.
bro, this shit is not like it's not normal anymore. Like dog, I'm telling you, we could be in a group of 10 people, and if one man coughs outrageously, like abnormal, like and you're like, hey, dude, you're kind of sick. Like, why are you sick?
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be concerned now.
Yeah.
So that's gonna fuck with so much people. So the day somebody says, oh, like, I don't feel too good, you're like, dude, that shit fuck with me so much now. I can't go back to having anyone say that around me. I'll be
Yeah.
cheesed if somebody said that around me now.
Side note, if y'all ever heard me like coughing, like, you know, aggressively, it's the grabber.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, cut the gravel, bro.
That went grabba,
I'm
bro.
working on it.
Yeah, just cold turkey the thing, bro.
I love
Because
it.
grabba is not that serious.
It's not that serious, guys.
I feel like it just makes your head spin. Like when we were in DR and we had grabba. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
That was the
man.
only time. That was the only time I was like, "Yo, I'm happy we have grabba."
Don't even talk about that, bro.
That was the first time I was like, "Yo, I'm happy to have grabba." But other than that, I'm like, "Yo, I'm not trying." Well, no, unless
funny,
unless I guess I'm in a party setting and I'm drinking, then I'll be like, "All right, give me some grabba,"
Okay,
because it balances me out.
The DR experience was justifiable.
Yeah,
We needed that.
yeah, because their Kush is not Kush. It's basically like Bush.
Bush.
But yeah, for that I'm like, yo, down with grabba, because you don't need that. I just kind of don't see the point, because it's like I feel like it caps you. That's the only reason why I don't like grabba. I feel like it gives me a cap, and I'm like, I don't want no cap. I'm trying to. I want no railings. I want no railings. I'm just trying to enjoy myself.
I hear you, bro.
But
back to the end of the summer, like, honestly, I try and not look at it as there's no summer. I take matters into my own hands and, like, try and make the best out of what I can do in this panoramic.
I think that's gonna be the slogan for this summer. Is like, yo, I'm just gonna make my own opportunities.
Bro, that's what you gotta do, bro.
Doesn't matter what Doug Ford says.
At the end of the day, guys, we outside.
People just can do what they want. They got a local warmness. They're like, yo,
you can't stop me.
Out.
Body rider.
You're not stopping me. Like, legit.
That's facts. You ain't stopping me, bro.
Don't
tell me what to do.
Are you guys looking forward to the Bow Wow versus Soulja
Boy? Yup.
Yeah, that was so funny. I woke up to that and it was hilarious as fuck, bro. I just got up a blessed nap, discombobulated as hell, bro. And then the first thing I saw on Twitter is like, oh, there's a big Soulja Draco versus Bow Wow.
What do you think is gonna win though?
I think Bow Wow.
I'm ready for
I
big
can't
Draco.
lie, man.
I'm a Soulja Boy fan.
So you thought about it after yesterday?
No, I didn't need to think. I already knew the answer.
What's the answer?
Shad Moss.
Y'all gonna respect Big Soulja.
Yeah, we gave him respect last week on last
Y'all
week's
gonna
pod.
respect Big Soulja.
Respect Big Soulja.
Watch, even though there's no merit for people to weigh who won.
Yo.
Because it becomes a whole thing.
Listen, Big Soulja started all this shit, so all you rappers can run.
Mm-hmm. But needless to say, I'm being real. I do think Bow Wow's gonna win though. So I've disrespected him already. I already know Bow Wow has the hits. I know Bow Wow. I was singing Fresh as I'm Is. All those people, I was all here.
You just play one of those like old school record of his, and we all lose it.
I know when basketball plays, I'm gonna be out here.
You look for a ball. Like Soulja, yo, the man. Not all pioneers get praised like some of the people that they influenced to greatness. Mm-hmm. But might as well give him his little homage.
He has that homage already though.
Might as well get his little homage. When they probably perform Marco Polo, that's little homage.
That's
right there.
definitely the track they're performing together at the end.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be like a new thing that they're gonna end up doing. Yo, like they're gonna have these artists that come on verses, make a track, so they can perform it at the end. Because even look at Gucci and Jeezy. Bro, you think I was going to see these two perform So Icy together?
Bro, we never thought we'd live to see that day.
Bro, Gucci was literally saying to the man that, yo, like, we smoking big pook or pookie, whatever.
Put that nigga in the dirt.
And these guys still performed the track.
Smoking on Pookie Pack.
Wait, they performed the track together?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
When?
So Icy in the verses at the end.
That's how they ended it. It's like a truce.
They did. Yeah, that was crazy.
But Gucci, you're mad disrespectful for what you did and said. But I don't blame you.
It was warranted, man.
Yeah.
It's warranted still. Like, as a Jeezy fan, it's warranted, but Jeezy's like, yo, you're still mad about that?
Are you crazy? What do you mean about it?
That's what kills me the most is that Jeezy's like, you're still mad about that? That's why it's so funny where it's like, yo, like, I understand
why Gucci is being petty.
Yeah, like, I understand 100%. But then it's just like, Jeezy's just sitting there like, okay. Said my boy died. Did you die? No. So you're blessed.
It'd be so wild if Jeezy said like, but did you die though?
Yo, if he said that, I think Gucci would probably lunge over this guy.
He would.
The man would actually lunge over and just start fighting this guy. Because I heard after that verses, these guys went out and they're like, at a strip club together.
But they were, bro. Gucci was being hella flagrant at the club too, bro.
Jeezy's boy rolling in his grave, bro. What the hell?
What the hell? You part with my op?
I know Jesus like I didn't tell you to go after him. I said you're chained for your life. We can swap it out, and man's actually trying to take his life.
I just was venting to y'all niggas, man.
Yo, it's almost like that meme where it's you can never vent to a hood man because he's always offering to off the man for you.
He always offered to shoot the person, yo.
So that's exactly what happened, bro.
He just
that's
said, "Wait, no, we're not going to that extreme."
Man, I said, nah, nigga, I was just upset that day. I didn't. Yo, he probably even get to say that. Like, he just told me, man, I don't fault Gucci, bro. This and all that bullshit. And this boy's like, I'ma handle this.
This guy heard the bounty on the chain.
Heard the news
because there was a bounty on the chain. I think 10,000 for America snatch Gucci's chain. So the man's like, okay, this is perfect. I'm gonna snatch the chain, and I'm gonna off Gucci.
Yo, I think that's gangster though.
What?
Like the whole fact, like these mans can like put a bounty on a man, and like yo, people actually do shit, bro.
Yo, money talks.
Bro, money influence the world, bro.
Yeah, like if you got the guap, a man will do it. And there's like a whole black market about it. Like I just started listening to this Audible thing, like this series, like 10 episodes, and they're talking about like the dark web.
Mm.
And they're like they're talking about like how a lot of people thought the dark web was made by like these like people that are trying to do like low key stuff. But they're like, yo, it was made by the U.S. government.
Yeah.
And they're like how they wanted to do some sneaky stuff without being traced and tracked and all that. So they're like, yo, the best way for them to do it is to make the dark web. Mm-hmm. And the best way to kind of hide themselves in it too is to put illegal stuff, make people do illegal stuff on it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, like it's wild. It's wild out there.
Due to the existence of the internet, all this became a thing.
Did it?
Yeah.
It did still.
If it wasn't for the internet, bro, all this shit wouldn't be possible. Like, think about it.
Which is true. 100%. But at the same time, the internet's golden for us, so.
Yep.
Because
it's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Yeah. You get lost in it or you get tossed in it.
Mm-hmm. Or you get trolled on it.
I'll lie. Just get trolled on it. Let's see. You know, I think I'm good for. Oh no, I actually want to talk about this one. I guess quickly. So Jake Paul versus Snitch 9 possibility.
No, that's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, man.
I hope it does.
I hope it does because, like, you know. If man's gotta eat, man's gonna eat. But like, I already know the game, man. Like, you know, this is all entertainment.
Yeah.
And yo, it's free money at the end of the day to be made. And if you can just go in the ring and like fake box, then go get your money, G.
I think people just want to see him knocked out. Like that's all I want to see.
It's not gonna be real.
It's not even gonna be real.
I hope so.
Go ahead and spend your money and go watch it.
Oh, I'm not paying for that. You already know how we watching that.
You're gonna watch
you know how we watching. You know how we gonna watch it.
Some way you've paid them.
Huh?
Some way you've paid them because you've wanted to see the fight.
Yeah, I want to see him get folded.
Exactly. So you're making them. You're paying them.
It is what it is. If I want to see a man get fake folded, then that's my excitement for that night.
Go watch wrestling, my G.
Wrestling's not that pop no more. I don't even know man's on it no more.
That's facts too.
I actually barely know. Like all I know is what's his name, Roman Reigns. I know Randy Orton's still fighting. Who else is still fighting? John Cena's not even there no more. Triple H is
movies.
Triple H is what's it called? The new Vince McMahon. And yeah, like I don't know. It's not. I don't know man's like that on it. I saw Rey Mysterio come back.
Oh, he's back?
Yeah.
Say a word.
Yeah, I seen him come back.
Him and his son Dominic won the tag team championship.
Wait, what? His son is wrestling, bro. I
You
fell
don't remember?
off,
You don't
bro.
remember way back in the day when Eddie Guerrero
Yeah.
and
He's
Rey
trying to take his
Mysterio
son.
they were having
Oh, okay.
a fight for the
Oh, that.
they're having a fight for the custody of Dominic, bro. That was the
That
most
shit was
wildest
Bro, I
show.
remember when I was a kid, I thought that was real. I was
Bro.
like, yo, I can't believe
The
it,
day,
yo.
the day I found out wrestling was fake, bro, I stopped being a fan. I was like, yo, no way, I was being lied to all my life.
Bro, that story was actually the funniest story ever. Cause this nigga came on and was like, "That's not even your dad, Dominic." I'm like, oh my god.
Shit turns into a Maury show.
Yo, it was actually a whole fucking soap, the whole soap opera, man.
Yo, that was good times, bro. But I feel like it's after you get that wall shattered, it's kind of hard to continue watching it unless like you're true, just a diehard fan of wrestling.
Or you actually meet one of the wrestlers in real life. For me, it's meeting Edge in real life, and I was just content with life at that point. I'm like, okay, I can close the chapter now because I've met someone I've like grew up watching. It's like, yo,
This
Man,
guy's
man,
like a
the-
close
I
it.
don't know, it's just funny because Edge is from like Canada or Toronto or some shit,
yeah.
and that's the funniest thing to me. Is like this guy met the Toronto wrestler.
oh yeah, I have to, bro. That's how I gain closure in that
Before
moment.
this guy
so-
says Stone Cold
Yeah.
oh, nah,
or
it's not
like
Edge,
Or the Rock.
The Rock or something. Undertaker. This guy says
It's
Edge.
Edge.
Edge looked like a fucking like I don't know what to call this nigga.
Yo, don't disrespect the man.
Yo,
like that.
this guy
He
was
looked like a
so-
surfer.
Bro, when I heard he could do the spear too, I was like, what is this, man? Like this.
Nah, his spirit wasn't
was-
too bad because like the man
was
be in the
crazy.
corner waiting for you and everything.
Nah, I just
Turn around, you just get a nutty spear.
I just hated it because it was the same spear as
Batista and all
Goldberg.
those mans.
Goldberg's spear, bro. Goldberg had that spear from time.
Yeah, Goldberg's spear actually looked like the man was a rhino.
Yeah, dude. Like this, and for me at the time for wrestling, it's like to me, I was like, yo, every wrestler has to have their own signature finisher. Like it's either they had you in a submission move or like a flip move or something. So when I seen Edge have the spear, I'm like, yo, you bit that. It's not even yours.
Yeah, not a lot of people have like too many crazy like I guess different moves because like a couple of men had the power bomb, like but he had the Batista bomb. John Cena had the FU, which they ended up changing it to the AA.
The FU.
What's the AA supposed to stand for?
I think it's like attitude,
adjusted, yeah.
attitude adjustment because they have to take away the FU because
Yeah.
there's more PC.
Yeah. I remember the FU looked just like Lesnar's own too.
Oh, the F5.
The F5.
Yeah, I think it's because like Lesnar's was like he spins you
And then
and
he
drops you down, but then John Cena he just drops you
just
over.
throws you
It's like
over.
a seismic toss basically.
Yeah. I remember that shit.
I seen a couple like I accidentally like peek and I saw like what these guys are on. I was like, yo, that's such a trash finish move. Like, yo, it's like the choreography looks so bad, but like I get what you're trying to do, not look the same, right? But it's like, yo, that's what wrestling's at, bro. Holy, they're dong bad.
That's the vibe, bro.
I'll never forget when I saw wrestling was fake was when John Cena was facing, I think it was JBL. Hated that nigga so much. JBL. This nigga-
JBL did his job
John-
right, bro.
my
Because everyone
nigga-
hates this guy.
Yo, that nigga came through in the limo with the cow horns on it, and he came.
and he had the trust. The his name is just so funny. The
My
acronym of
name
what
is
JBL.
John
Bradshaw
Bradshaw Layfield.
I hated that nigga. I hated JBL so much, and I just hate his fit too. This nigga came on in like a whole fit, and he's fighting speedos. I'm like, oh fuck this nigga. I hate
The
it.
cowboy hat.
I'm like, this speedo nigga's beating up John Cena. I'm like, I hate this movie.
He was chubby, yo. So like,
Yeah.
John Cena's DJ. Like, how is this guy losing?
I'm like, this street nigga's losing to this fuckhead. Like, I hated that nigga so much. But I never forget when this guy, I forgot what happened, bro. I think somebody came in after or what, something happened. But my nigga just stomped on the stage, and it's like John Cena just ended up in like some weird like grapple. Like it's like the dude was behind him, and he did like some weird stomp, and all of a sudden John Cena's head is like behind his back, and this dude has him in like some form of headlock, and he basically DDTs him, and I was like, oh, I'm like, he'd even touch you for you to be in that position, and I've just been so bad because you remember when they used to show the replay right after they won.
They're like,
and
oh man, look how he lost.
Yeah, they're showing the different angles. I'm like, where did he touch him? I'm like, no. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's where I got crushed, and I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Like,
you guys are jumping higher than me too. You're getting hit and you're being so extra.
Oh, they showed this nigga just. He kind of just did a stomp punch, and it even connect. I was like, "Oh, bro,
yo!" I think
they're stomping and like, yo, they're making that effect like, yo, they box the man and making that noise. It's just like,
man.
One person that had a funny finisher move though was Carlito had he spit the apple in your face.
Apple.
Nah, that was disrespectful. I forgot. Yo, no, he was.
Yo, imagine
Carlito still. He was a bitch.
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
And yo, Carlito had a brother.
Yo, no, Carlito's actually this. I forgot this nigga spit apples in niggas' face.
And yo, he did that thing with his hair when like, yo, water just happens to just be like held up in his hair.
It's a leave-in conditioner, bro.
Yo,
it's a Cantu gel inside the man's head top, bro.
Yo, blinds the man's after.
Fuck you, Carlito.
Carlito had a brother
in the face. What did he say?
Bro, I still can't believe Carlito had beef with John Cena, yo. Like, I can't believe that was actually a run.
Yo, it used to kill me because this nigga like, when they're not supposed to fight that night, so the man's would be leaving the stage, so the man's backing up and smiling and then eating the apple.
calling the apple boy.
Yo, I hated Carlitos still because he also showed up in Speedos. Yo, I hated the niggas that popped up in Speedos, like, except for Batista. Batista was just like sick. But yo, Carlito, I just hated his personality, and I'm like, bro, you fight in Speedos, like, come on, like.
Yeah, everyone hates to wear Speedos. The Miz.
The Miz.
That guy was annoying.
I didn't even know that. That's that nigga who always says yes or whatever.
Oh no, that's what's his name?
That nigga who says yes is way like out of my
Brian something.
Don't even.
Yeah.
I just seen his name sometimes.
He's married to one of the Bella twins.
I don't know who the fuck they are.
You don't know the Bella twins?
Nope.
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan. That's what it is. Daniel Bryan.
I just remember he blew up on Twitter and shit because of this yes shit, and I'm like, who's this guy?
Like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember when John Cena was also dating a twin. Yeah.
I think he's still with one of the Bella twins. Yeah. I think they have the U and everything.
The Bella twins.
They're fire still.
No, are they wrestlers?
Yeah,
they were.
They're the divas.
They still wrestle.
I think they're more of like what's it called? Like working with the talent rather than actually being like live and everything. And they'll probably make a 1-2 like cameo drop and be like, people like, yo, what's it called? Bella, Bella's coming true. And
learning the mandem.
Yeah, like she's there. Like this guy said, learn the mandem.
That's how you learn the mandem to watch, bro.
Nah, because there's bare sweet things now in WWE compared to like how it was back then.
These two girls were like the first two. There was a girl two girls were the first two female wrestlers to participate in WrestleMania.
They're old. I bet they're old.
I think someone else. I think Trish Stratus was probably one of the first people, or like one of those people.
There was something about these two girls. Oh, I got called. There's something about these two girls. Hold on, I'm gonna find it.
But
yeah, diva matches were nice to watch.
The divas, back in the day, it wasn't that sick.
I
back
enjoyed it for what it was.
I only watched it back in the day because like you're trying to watch the things. But
you're back in the day, you're a young boy. You don't tell me you didn't find any thrill in watching the divas match.
It wasn't sick.
It wasn't sick.
I was trying to watch it. I was trying to watch it for the things.
Exactly. That's what.
But that's what I'm saying.
Watch it for.
But like, I'm just saying, like, when it comes to like the talent now, they're way better.
Okay, no. So it's two black women were the first to ever duke it out in WrestleMania.
Who was it?
Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks.
I know Sasha Banks. I don't remember who Bianca is.
Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks make history as first black women to duke it out in WrestleMania event.
Oh, WrestleMania.
Yeah, I knew.
Oh, my
WrestleMania-
bad. I thought it was Royal Rumble.
No.
Oh, I'm mixing those two up.
WrestleMania's
That's
a
why.
big-
I knew WrestleMania was a big thing. That's something.
Yeah,
like,
WrestleMania is basically like their Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were like the first cis women of color. So
That's wicked.
Nice.
Shout out to them, yo.
Shout out to them.
Yes.
Give them a plug.
Alive.
We support Queens here.
Huh?
I said we support Queens here.
Alive, of course.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Ski.
But yo, shout out to WWE for still doing their thing. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
like-
the way that these guys are branching out now is like it's crazy. Cause now it's like they have their main wrestling stuff, but now they have so much behind the scenes things. So many like old, some of the old wrestlers are now like getting like pushed to have like their own like podcasts and have like their own like stuff like content. And it's just wild. Like back
Yeah.
when we were watching wrestling, it was just literally
Strictly wrestling.
strictly wrestling, and it was like what, twice a week where you had Raw and you had SmackDown.
Monday Night Raw was the only one I couldn't stay up because it's
Yeah.
came on
Right?
at
At 9 o'clock on Mondays.
There's a Tuesday night.
My mama, it's our
ECW?
school night.
Bro, I remember I used to come into school the next day and man's be like, yo, did you see this fight? And I'm like, no. I gotta wait till I get home.
The worst part was when they're like, "Yo, this wrestler is moving to Monday Night Raw."
Yo,
you son of a
I was
bitch,
about
why
to
you go
say-
They used to
Raw?
take the best
Bro.
wrestlers, yo.
back in the day, bro, the only way you can see John Cena fight is staying up to watch Raw.
No,
I'm
he
not-
started on
He started
SmackDown.
on SmackDown.
Yeah,
I'll
he
never
started-
forget.
Because I remember they drafted him to Raw because they brought Batista to SmackDown.
Yeah.
And I remember I
Oh.
was cheesed.
Bro, I was cheese too.
I was like,
yo,
no, I can't
what?
stay up and watch him now.
I'm like,
Fuck.
how does this guy get drafted, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they took this nigga, when they used to do the fucking wrestling drafts, I was like, oh, this is gay.
Yeah, I can't believe
Oh, I mean, this is whack.
we took
Sorry.
that seriously, not knowing it's like, yo, they did that just to like, shuffle around the viewership on different networks. That's a finesse.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's basically all I got for this week. Nick, you got anything you want to say?
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine, guys.
Isaiah, you want to let people know where to find you if they want to, holler at you or anything?
Well, you can find me in the streets.
Damn, your voice is like Creech right there. You trying
Oh
to?
no, no, I had to clear my throat. He's one of those ones. You know,
find me in the streets.
I have to use the big boy voice. That's not my big boy voice, but yeah, you can find me. I'm on Twitter as Mr. underscore Zayy with the A and the Y. 2 Y's like A, like that. Yeah, or you can find me on IG Furfly underscore 96 because the year of greatness.
LA? Wait, no, I'm not 96. I'm
No, you're
94. 94 gang.
But you
already know.
You acknowledge that you're a year of greatness.
Only 94 gang. Yeah, thanks for listening to this week's pod. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, rate us, share it, pass it on to everyone. Last week we hit we're hitting some higher numbers than we usually do.
I rate it.
So we're low key on our way up.
Tell a friend.
I forgot we're from Toronto, so we gotta use the reggae horn instead of the applause.
And make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend.
To tell a friend's mom.
Tell a friend.
Peace.
Peace.